Welcome to the show. All things Bulldogs. Here we go, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Blue and white pride. Bulldogs for life. Dogfather here. Gas by my side. Talking dogs tonight. Dogfather and Gas. Blue and white pride. All things Bulldogs. Footy talking ball. Dogfather and Gas. Bulldogs to the core. Bulldog spirit. Strong and true. Blue and white. Through and through. Welcome to the show. All things Bulldogs. Here we go, here we go. Hey. Here we go. Hey.
Did you see yourself dancing in front of that, Gas?
Yeah, thanks,
That's
mate.
hilarious. Well done to Dave. He's outdone himself, D. And Dave makes a little surprise appearances in there too. So where's Dave? Yeah, I think he was part of the cheerleaders squad with Gus and a couple of others cheering us onto the field. But g'day, Doggies fans, all things Bulldogs. It's a live review. A lot of yous are on tonight. Good to see you here already. We're going to give our review and what we, just our thoughts on the game. Lots happening. We had some pathway stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to let you know the latest on the injuries that we've heard. Obviously, it's all out there, most of it. But got the update on Kurt Mann. He should be back as well this week. So great to see you all. Obviously, it's great to see everyone at the game. We had one of our cartel members, Mike Warren, who went viral after the Panthers win. He was the 18th man on the night, which was fantastic for him. Lots of good stuff happened. It's great to see us getting this momentum now, and things are going pretty much to how we we hoped, but we're the ones who have stuck strong with the message that is coming to fruition. And whilst we don't get ahead of ourselves and never do, we are very happy with the progress over the last few weeks. How are you, Gas? What's happening, my brother?
Yeah, it's exciting times, guys. What a win. Absolute, legends yesterday. The only thing was that final 5 minutes, that crap try they got just broke my heart. Broke my heart. Like, I was searching for another donut, another coffee cart week. It was just the defense, the way they played was just, you know what? It's sometimes you watch those games and you think we didn't look like losing. Once we got that 12-0 lead up, we just never looked like giving them a chance. And every time they sort of tried to come back, it was awesome. crowd was okay. I thought we'd do a bit better than 22,000. I thought we'd do a bit better, but yeah, it was still okay. It was a cold night, but not too bad, actually. Not too bad. I know it's winter, guys, but it is a winter sport. So, yeah, but what a win, guys. That was just, you know, and we didn't have to win it twice as well. So that was another good thing. So, you know, the team was outstanding. So, I mean, I saw that from them the other night. I saw some of the training session, and yeah, the boys were on and ready to go. So awesome stuff.
Yeah, well, we said it was all about the forwards, and that's really the tale of the tape. The forward pack, the forward pack will decide, and they certainly did. And it's just salivating to think what can happen when you get Kurt Mann and Sitili Tupouniua into that side. Oh, thank you so much, mate. Oh, for the fundraiser for Arrow, beautiful. All right, no worries, mate. The problem is, probably should have said this, but YouTube take a good chunk out of that, mate. So, but I'll make sure the rest of it goes to it. But yeah, that's why we do the other things as well. But thank you so much, mate. And we'll throw you in 10 tickets into the draw on top of what you've already given, mate. So I know it's not about that, but really that'll definitely help contribute. So what I'll do is, yeah, we'll make sure the whole lot of that goes to the Jai Arrow fundraiser as well for Jai July. Good stuff, matey. And I'll let you know what the exact amount was as well. So good job. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, we'll get stuck into a lot of the chat. We'll have a look through your chats and get through them as quickly as possible. Let's start with those chats, guys. Demetra was the first one off the bat asking about Preston. As Gas just alluded to, it was actually it's about a W NRL player, not Taylor Preston, Jordan Preston from another team. So it had nothing to do with Jacob Preston. So there you go, Demetra.
Although I think Demetra might also be referring to the actual penalty and the report during the game. I didn't find it any worse off than what happened to Critter 2 weeks ago against Canberra. Yet he didn't cop
in the
penalty.
back.
Yeah, and this was nothing, and he copped the penalty and report. There was no charge. But what I'm saying is, there's no consistency. You know, like you know, so
the push.
Yeah,
a little push,
a little push.
And the difference is, Critter goes off on a stretcher.
Yeah, still not.
Their guy gets up and finishes the game, no problem.
Yeah,
yeah, ridiculous.
But anyway, guys. So
wasn't even a penalty. G'day, Tony.
G'day, mate.
What an effing win.
That's it.
Defense and momentum. To win big in September, you need these. Totally opposite to back end of last year. Bring it on. Well, look, I think we're trying to build last year, but just lost too many centres in the and wingers in the start of games to really, which is what made things a little bit annoying. But tonight I also want to look at Anasta again, because I just felt that his comments after the Raiders game, going back to all the stuff about the chopping and changing, what the reality to be out there, like people think that that's happened, but it really hasn't. It's essentially been management of the roster, and injuries have forced a lot of things as usual, but they just talk up whatever they want after a loss, and it's absolutely annoying. We copped a lot of shit last week, guys. When we put out, I put out the story about the Critter would be playing, and definitely copped a lot of heat. And we did that for a reason. We sort of wanted people to start reacting to it before Team Tuesday, because I had a feeling that the Dogs would rip the Band-Aid off and not sort of play any games around the roster. And we saw that everything went from one down to number 20 with the people that were named. 1 to 20, which is like 1 to 19 for our club. And they ripped it off early and, kept everything the same. And didn't they perform? Still a lot of concerning things for me. And that's me. you've got to play devil's advocate in the losses as well as the wins as well, and not to the point where you beat Parramatta and Manly in close games, and then say we're going to lose every match for the rest of the season and get smashed by the Titans as your analysis, and then go missing after whatever. Like it's so easy for people to sit there and to stop cheering for the Dogs. I even see it with a lot of comments that come on YouTube. Maybe I'm a bit precious, but I just think that it's funny you see people that go missing when times are tough and they kick the boot in. But as soon as we start winning, they want to get there and rub it into the other teams and be the face of the resurrection, and it just. Look, at the end of the day, we're all brothers in arms. We want to win. The message I'm trying to give is can we just be a little bit more, give more benefit of the doubt to the club and to the people on the team, because the same people that some of our fans were saying to sack 2 weeks ago are now out there sort of basically, oh, sorry, I'm believing again. Maybe I think I'm a believer again and all this sort of shit. It's like, shut up. Like, don't say it. Back them then. If you don't just back them after the outcome, back them beforehand. Be like Pete, who goes and puts his money where his mouth is, and a couple of other people who shared some big wins that they've had with on the NRL in recent times. Gamble responsibly, and well done to them who have put their money where their mouth is. I think we've covered it there, Gas. Before we move on, but we're going to look at Jersey Flegg. We're going to look at our chances. We had some really good wins in pathways. New South Wales Championship didn't go ahead due to some weather conditions or something, so it'll be played at a later date. WNRL had a win. New South Wales Cup, I'm a bit worried about what they've shown in the forwards in the last couple of weeks. But that is a result of the whole system doing its job. And again, lots of changes, new halves, combinations, whatever else. So hopefully they'll be able to get their season on track, because I'm telling you, our club is in a position where we've got enough talent in those lower grades that if they can get a sniff and get close, they can beat anyone in the comp. And it's the same with our NRL team. We've shown we've beaten the top 3 teams at time of playing them this year. Warriors were second, Manly were third when we beat them. They've basically, season's gone back. It's gone backwards since then. And obviously Penrith, who are sort of just doing what they've got to do at the moment before they click into gear. Although I sort of looked at their season at the start of this year and I said, God, they reminded me of the Storm a few years back where they just looked unbeatable and then lost a prelim. It's probably going back to late, maybe 2018, something like that. Can't remember. But one of those times. Sharing is caring, boys. And that would also indicate Tony had a really nice weekend, putting his money where his mouth is. And he's sharing yet again. So thank you. And another 4 tickets in the draw for him. Do you want to go through the other chats there, Gas?
G'day, Timmy.
G'day, Timmy.
It was an awesome night, mate. Good to see you out there again, buddy. G'day, old fella Dave. G-Day, everyone.
G'day,
yes, that's it. G'day, Don't Break the Fence. Welcome, mate. How you going? Thank you for coming on. It was a great way. It was a great way to honor Marcelo. Like, it was just such synergy. I mentioned it as soon as he announced his retirement last week, straight to the Bulldogs site. I said, we need to do something this week, which I'm sure would have been on the top of their priority as well, because it was the 2 teams that he actually played for. It was just awesome synergy. It was a home game, Warriors and Bulldogs. And the Warriors, I got to say, did an amazing job to honor him as well. All the players there, they did a great job. And even the coach came down and shook his hand, and everyone did a really good job, from the management to everyone. He's a much-loved character. Great send-off, did his lap of honor, had the family, the twins, everyone there. So it was awesome stuff. G'day, Mike Cool. Welcome, mate.
He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy with the try. He wanted the double donut like you, Gas.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. That was. It still hurts, mate. Don't worry. Especially because it came from the worst chip kick you'll ever see in your life. Like it went 3 centimeters. Like, come on, man. And even the pick up
He'd
one
get a job
hand.
at the Dogs. He'd get a job at the Dogs with that. We'd put him at halfback.
Yeah.
Just to fit the narrative, you know.
That's it. Yeah, guys, pissed off on that one. Yeah, exactly, mate. That's it. Well, that's why my banner is brick wall, guys. It's all about the defense. But I'm loving what I'm seeing out there with the defense. It's awesome. But like Michael said, we'll talk about it later. There's still so many things for us to improve that are our own doing, that we're giving other teams sniff from just things that we're doing that we could improve on. And look, to give you an example, I had a chat with Karaz the other day, and we were talking about the offloads. I said, mate, you're killing us. Since you've come back, the offloads have been amazing. Like, it's second phase play is how we operate, how we play. And he even said it like, get a little bit carried away sometimes. I said, yeah, I know. Like, sometimes I said, look, that, one at halftime the other day, Titans just before, you need to just hold those ones. Yep, they know, guys. It's hard. It's hard when you're, got the license to go ahead and do these things. It's hard to rein it in. And yesterday in the game, a couple of times towards the end there, King and Connor Tracy both sort of shaping to look for an offload. Both times Aaron Clark got his hand on the ball and we gave them cheap possession starting in our half. So little things like that. We just need to be like, okay, you know what? We're 18-0 up. Keep the foot on the throat. Keep grinding. Put them down in their corner. And guys, you would have all seen it yesterday. How many times did we pick them up and drag them back a couple of meters? Doesn't matter who they were. Our defense was outstanding. The guys were hitting, sticking, picking up, and then dragging them back. And it was just great to see. So with defense like that at the moment, it's like we said, Michael said it a few weeks ago. You take one try off the opposition, which we were giving cheaply. You add one try to us, all our games will be different. At the moment, we're not even giving them the tries. We've just flipped that script and we're getting the result. So it's great to see. So that defense, Ciraldo's been on and on and on about how defense wins games. The refereeing at the moment has gone back to what it was a lot of last year. Adam G sort of yesterday was a referee that's kind of suited to the way we play. It worked out well. But when we go through the stats later, you'll be very surprised to see the play the ball speeds. We still got heavily dealt a bad blow there. I felt like they were still way too slow, and it could have got a few more 6 agains or penalties our way as well. So they really tried to slow us down.
I think the damage was done by the time they did, though. That's
but still, you're going to be referee the game. Fair's fair. When you see the disparity, you'll know what I'm talking about, guys. G'day, Utah Mamalo, up the doggies.
Up the doggies. The GM 2233. Sorry, I want to read this
Go
one.
for it, mate.
Just want to say how much of a difference between healthy has made this patch of form feel real. Starting the year without Leo, then missing King, kick out of Preston with Critter playing hurt. Exactly. And Connor was hurt. And Connor was hurt.
Curran had his ribs as well.
Yep. Yeah, very good points, mate. And that's it. That's the problem, guys, is we sit there and every week we're defending this stuff and we're saying this stuff and what's the response that you get from the media and from the fans? Oh, every team has injuries. It's no excuse. What about this team? What about that team? They've got more injuries than us, or blah 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 blah. Yeah, some it's like Parramatta can be missing 3 of their best players, but if Mitchell Moses plays, they've got enough talent and they've got enough direction and they've got enough hunger in their side to compete when he's playing well. Now, if you take him out though, and they have most of their team, they barely win. Like it's some players are more important than others. And look, even I'll say I've probably underestimated Kikau, the way he's come back. I felt that there's been a history where he's struggled to come before his time. But the other thing of that is that I think the other players in the team have helped with his return as well. So he's able to do it. I felt his footwork was absolutely amazing on the weekend. there was a little bit of a change in some of the things that he was doing as well. And I just think there was also this second second sense that him and Critter actually combine pretty well when they need to. Like going back when Critters and him have combined in the past, they've done some good things together at different times. So yeah, I really love that first try. I love the second try was just them failing to deal with everything they had to deal with. Like Jacob Laban, who's a really good young player, the number 12 for the Warriors, he really struggled. He really struggled in that game. They targeted him. They ran him ragged. He was forced in and out so many different times. They did their work. This is what I mean. Like you have these people saying our attack coach this and Serrato that. They've sat there in some games and targeted some pretty key areas, and our guys have gone out there and executed that and played in a way which have made some good teams struggle to go with us. And obviously we've still got a lot of work to do. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Melbourne will be as dangerous as hell on the weekend, I believe. But I feel that the way that we are playing with our forward pack at the moment, that the only teams that will beat us at the moment, if we play like that in the forwards, the only teams capable of beating us at the moment, I would believe, would be the Panthers and the Sharks on current form, the way our forwards are performing. That's the level that they're performing at. Max King, I dared say that he was in career best form and currently in the top 3. Rhett actually made that comment. He actually got me thinking about it, and he's like, Max King, like he'd have to be close to the best prop in the game at the moment. That was after the West game, and I was like,
yeah,
he's definitely top 3 on form at the moment. Like he can't be denied that. He's taken some good runs. He's taken 2 runs in a set sometimes. He's making more posts. He's the alpha forward in our pack.
And his minutes are up a bit too. His minutes are up a bit as well.
Yep. So they gave Leo a little bit less and increased Max. And this is what you do with a 1-2 punch. When you can punch with both hands, your pack is set. And you can see how well Jamin Salmon's playing off the back of those two. You can see Bailey Hayward. Look, people
Platform.
are just, he's magically got better in the last 5 or 6 weeks. He's always been a really good player and someone who's got made of the right stuff and the right hard work and has the skill set to be able to do these things. And he's still raw in this position. So he's only getting better and better and better. It's like Owen Paddy. He went from playing off the bench last year. They said, no, we're going to put him behind Brayley this year and we're going to get his minutes up in Cup and that, and then we're going to bring him in and slowly increase his minutes each week starting. And he's got better and better and better every week, and they've always had a good pack. And he's actually one of the shining lights, Owen Paddy. Now, if you're listening to the fucking media, they were making out like, oh, he must be unhappy. He'll be looking for a new club and all this sort of stuff because the Raiders were losing and he wasn't playing first grade and all this sort of stuff. It's called development. It's called development, right? And he is going really well. And he's probably, and he has been a hooker his whole career. So Bailey Hayward, really good performance yet again. He tops the tackle count each week. He tackles at a higher efficiency than another player that we used to have, makes less missed tackles.
Less penalties as well.
Gives away less penalties. There was a few penalties we gave away on the weekend, which were a bit disappointing. And I'll get into that. We'll go through some more chats, but we will get into that middle 40 minutes, which probably is still a worry for me. And I'm sure the coach would be very happy with the way that they've probably not dominated that period as much as they could have, and then sort of still kept their opposition scoreless over the last couple of weeks. And I felt the Titans game was the same sort of thing, and I felt the Raiders would have been the same sort of thing, except the Raiders made us pay because we had a couple of players who really carried their divots as such, and that made all the difference. But as far as a snapshot of how we're going over this period, dominance in the forwards, building momentum, building confidence, and the players in the back line, the players in the forward pack are allowing our spine to, get its confidence. And we still made some mistakes. We kicked some pet hate of Gas. Critter didn't find touch. That would have sent him crazy. But we backed that up with a good defensive set even after that, and then go and punish him. You know what I mean? So there's there's a lot of good stuff happening, mate.
And a lot of the general play kicks as well. Some of the ones on second and third, they're not set up for them. The idea's okay, but the outside backs, there's no communication. It was just too sort of random in the way that, let's just put the kick in. You might get lucky a few times just to get a repeat set, but there's not going to be any points coming out of them the way they were setting them up. There needs to be a little bit more communication about those, because some of those, we were giving back some cheap possession for nothing. And it's when we had the dominance as well, when we really could have been putting our foot down and building that lead, taking that lead to over 20 by half times, things like that. So they know, and they feel it. They know they've got the ascendancy. They know they've got them on the rack, and they're trying to go for that killer blow. But sometimes it's like what we did the week before when we had them down to 11 players. We didn't execute and run a play that was going to expose their weaknesses. We were trying to just do it up the middle. And we then tried to put a kick from dummy half, and kicked it into legs and gave them cheap possession. We had opportunities there. We just got a bit excited and didn't execute plays. And that's the thing. Sometimes that's what they're learning to do. When they've got their defense sorted, so they're able to control the game in one side, and now they've got time and opportunity, and they've got the team on the rack. They just need to be continuing to just build on that. And I'm hoping that it's a good thing, because like we've said since the start of the season, if we keep building to where it matters, like the Warriors, we said it last week, they're there for the taking. The Warriors have been sort of just scratching, and we said it in our podcast last week. We said they're there for the taking. Like they're not in form. They've had some injuries, but they're not in form. They're not the team that they were. Penrith at the moment is like they're down on where they were. Even Roosters are just scraping in. They needed a Cherry Evans field goal to get a result. There's teams that are playing well, probably the form team is Cronulla at the moment. That's really got pretty much everything working for them. But everyone else is just doing enough. But on paper, I think we're the second best team at the moment in the last sort of 6-7 weeks next to the Sharks. Putting away the Canberra result, which, we spoke about many times. We started that game well. We just fell into a bad situation, and then it just got away from us. But other than that, we've been very strong, and we're building to something. So as long as we're building, the coach likes it, the players are confident that they're going to be playing finals. That's how they feel, and that's how we should be feeling as well. You don't count your chickens, but you just keep thinking positive, and you do what last year we were in the top 4 the whole year, and then we just played a great game against Melbourne. The result didn't go our way. By the time we reached Penrith, we had been decimated. We had players playing out of position, injured. We had to recall Mann, and everything just was all over the shop. And it happens. The year before, we had a great game against Manly in the finals, and we were the better team, didn't get the result. But now I'm hoping that we can be building into something. We're controlling our destiny. If you look at the ladder now, the way that teams will be playing each other, if we keep doing our job, it's going to take care of itself, guys. We'll find our way into that. And I'll tell you what, nobody wants to play us if we get in the finals. We are going to be like, menace society. We're going to be a danger for anyone. Because we are capable of beating anyone.
And we've said that for a long time too.
Yeah.
We're the team that no one will want to play if and when we make it. Because we knew that, and Gus actually said this from the start. He's like, this is going to be really difficult to navigate the start of it with the way the draw's set up for us this year. And if we can have our players on the park and playing to the level that we know that's in them, and a lot of ifs there, we believe it's whilst Cameron is really not happy with the draw, and and having to buy that early, and it's forced him to really look at things a lot differently this year, and he sort of had to go fully out of his comfort zone to what he sort of had. And we've seen the last couple of weeks they've got rid of the camps. You know, they've had those camps for a long time. They manufacturing essentially cohesion and mateship, and focus, which you get from a lot of teams because they know each other so well. When they're built over time, I look at that Shark side, obviously the Panthers, teams like that, where they've just had this same team going around every single year for a long time. Sharks probably had the same, very close to the same sort of top 30 for about 4 or 5 years now. And they've always talked about them like they're unsettled, and they sort of people are writing them off again this year. I'm like, well, they timed their run last year, and if they make the top 4, they probably make the grand final last year. You know what I mean? I think if they got to play a team round 1 and then got a rest, they would have made a prelim, and I think would have beaten the side that had to come up against them. But they're still beatable. Like, they're still beatable, but they're playing. They know who they are. They know their identity. They know what their strengths are. They know what their belief is. You know, and the Bulldogs have had to do that build it from nothing, from a whole turned over squad in a relatively short period of time. They are doing things which most clubs just cannot do or have not proven to be able to do. It's just, if you go through it and look at it and say which team has just turned over their roster and suddenly made finals out of nothing, and you won't find many. Usually it's built off a lot of stuff in the recent era. There's a few outliers, but that's it. So the Dogs are in rare territory, and now they're not. It's like, well, guess what? I trust you guys now. You know each other. You bleed for each other. You know, after a couple of losses, people start saying, oh, there's a problem in the dressing room and blah, 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 blah. Well, where's that problem? Oh, they must have sorted it out. Oh, okay. Like, we told you, Gas has been going to the training. He's like, you wouldn't see a more connected group of blokes. Maybe you go to the next club and you'll see a group of connected blokes. It's usually not as bad as people make out it is. But there's always going to be things.
Even when we lost 5 in a row, you go there, and honestly, you would have think we'd been winning 5 in a row. The mood, the chat, the vibe. You think they've just come off 5 in a row loss this year, and there was like the same energy, same excitement, same play, same perfection at training. Everything they're doing, everyone's there. Like, there's just as many coaching staff and trainers and everything at training on the field as much as there is players, guys. There's people focusing on everything everywhere. It's just so much happens there, guys. So much happens there. But the feeling and the mood, the players together amongst each other, they have it's a great community for the team. Like, it's great, culture. And it all starts with Ciraldo. And for all of you who think Ciraldo is arrogant and all these other comments that you like to see, it's disgusting, guys. He is there to protect the players. He's there to control. How many times have people looked at Wayne Bennett and all these guys and they give these smart-ass comments? They're there to play with the media as well. Wayne Bennett even said it this year.
He's the most arrogant. Look, to be if that, going on there, he's the most arrogant out of all. No.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. Yep. Well, if you're going to ask a question, I'll answer it. Like, and people applaud his confidence. Ciraldo sits there and says to you, well, the reason our halves did well is because everyone's doing their job well. They're
allowing them space to do what they do.
And look, I'll even, just to give the people who were saying we're going to get smashed by the Wars if Critter played 6 and it was the most stupid decision of all time, who probably started beating their chest when he didn't find touch with the kick and all this sort of stuff, right? Look, I will give him a little bit and say that maybe Sauce does a good job against the Warriors with our forwards doing quite well in that opening exchanges. But I think in that middle part, this is where we would have seen difference. In that middle part of the game where Critter keeps the confidence there, even though the ruck started the slow for us, when our dominating players sort of went off, and then we sort of started making a couple of mistakes and whatever else. Well, I think we only made one mistake in the first half, to be honest.
Well, you got to remember, Michael, that middle stretch of period, we copped a lot of those head knocks. We lost our, two players there.
Very disruptive
which upset the whole rhythm. And that's why King had to come back on in the first half for Curran, Curran only came on for Kikau, and then Curran had to go off himself. So that threw everything off, like the plans and how they had it worked out. But thankfully, because of the fact that we've had no Preston and no Kikau for many weeks, we were able to just, Curran went straight in to Kikau's spot. Mate, everyone knew that he could play the left side. So it was just, resume normal operation, what we had a few weeks ago.
Yep.
That has allowed us to have this confidence now for all those changes. And you saw it when then Curran went off, King came back on, Salmon moved over to the left and played in that spot. So there was that many things that were chopping and changing, but we had to keep adjusting for it. And that was what was so good about what we did, that we had these things. Second half, everybody came out back as normal because you've got those players cleared, category, whatever, and everyone's good to go. But that middle stretch there, what we did in that time to keep things solid and not allow them, in that time of change for us to come back in the game, that was still impressive for us as well. And that's
look, it's impressive. I just think that, like, those little mistakes that they've made. What you're talking about, the guy with the hand with Aaron Clark hands on the ball and that sort of thing. I think these sort of things have been. They were sort of in the Titans game, gave him a sniff. They were in the
even Tigers last week.
Even the Tigers last week. The impressive thing though has been our defense.
Yes,
and I think in having Critter there with defensively is a much. Like, he made a mistake, but then the next hit that he put on someone, I think it was on Laban actually, just in the ribs and smashed him on his backside, like nearly turned him over. It was a really good hit. Couple of good hits across the side, but that brings me back to this. So everyone keeps talking about the chopping and changes and the players that feel bad because they don't know what position they're going to play. This sort of rhetoric that was coming after the Raiders loss, and it's always after a loss. On Braith podcast, and Bailey Hayward. So let's just make it clear: Bailey Hayward has been our number one hooker all year. To manage this kid over 27 rounds is hard, right? And he'll be carrying injuries and whatever else. So you get Jake Turpin fit. You want to steal up the middle a little bit. Bailey might have copped a couple of knocks. They need to freshen him up a bit. You give Turpin the start, which is what he did against the Broncos. But they made out, they're not happy with their spine, so they're swapping him around. No, they're giving him a fucking freshen up, and he enjoyed it, actually. Came on and played small lock, and he enjoyed it and had a good time, They're footballers. And since day one, since Serrato's got there, to make do with the players brought into the squad on attitude, because it's hard to... You just can't go out there and buy Payne Huss. You just can't go out there and buy all these players and buy Moses and buy all these ready-made $1 million players with the way our cap was, what we were paying for other players to play elsewhere. So they had to do the best with what they could get. And this total football stuff, right, that we had Man City years ago. And look, they didn't win comps at the time with it, but they got a side where, for all occasions, where they could... Defenders could attack, attackers could defend. They had people could play in the halves. They could play left back and then move to right wing. Like, it would not matter. They could go to striker. He had them playing for all seasons, and that's helped us immensely in games. And you can see the skills. Like, even though I've been really unhappy with our passing over the season, I felt it's got a lot better in recent weeks. But you can see the way that, like, a Josh Curran can throw a ball off the deck 30 meters and hit someone on the chest. Like, they feel they've got this. You see Leo looming up, expecting he's going to catch the ball and step off both feet and run like a center, and then he knocks the ball on because he forgets he's a prop. But they have these skills. They're all footballers. They have these abilities. But the point I want to make is that Galvin's been in the 7 jersey all season. Yeah, Critter come in and directed the team a little bit a couple of times and whatever else. Burton's was the sixth most of the season. So they made one change there. And then he was talking about, they didn't know who their locks were. Now, Salmon was a lock who's interchanged with Kurt Mann every game. Then they thought, okay, we'll get Kurt to stiffen up the middle a bit and help Bailey out at different times, especially when Leo come and they had a prop who could play longer minutes. You know, this is what it's about. As our forward packs evolved and we've got our better forwards playing longer minutes, they could do different things. We then lost all our edge back rowers, so they put Salmon onto the edge against Melbourne in the middle of the game, I think you'll find. And we came home and he threw some beautiful passes. Like, now we see Salmon playing as a really genuine lock, off the back of King and Thompson, and he's been one of our best forwards, most consistent forwards statistically as well for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So over 100 meters every game and making 10 to 12 hit-ups from the lock position. And we saw some of the passes he threw against West Tigers were just quality. So everyone's, even every week the team list comes out and people go, oh, Salmon's still in it. They couldn't have made too many changes if he's still there. Look, and the guy got slapped in the face and got all these negative articles written about him. His tendon was stuck in his knuckle. His finger's the size of about 4 fingers.
Yeah, it's massive.
Gas got to see that on Thursday in the flesh.
He showed me all the stitches and everything, and he said, he goes, I've been needling up, putting the needles in there for 7 weeks. And the doctor was there looking at it as well. He's like, he's struggling with it. And he had this massive, big, like, bandage on it, like, seriously. But he had it off at the time, and he was like, look at that. And he's like, you're thinking there was, like, 2 fingers. That's one big, massive finger. It's like, oh, my God. Yeah. And he's still going out there and tackling and doing everything. So it's just... So as soon as we get Kikau and Preston back, he's going back to lock. Yep. Harry's going back to the bench. You know, there's been no chopping and changing of our locks. There's been no chopping and changing of our halves. Sitili will go back to the bench when he's ready. He's not going to take Preston's spot. So it's just, we got to horses for courses, guys. It's not upheavals because of Braith. But that's what I mean. He's sitting there saying all this shit, and after that Raiders thing, they look at the result. And maybe it's because they love the club and they're seeing things in a certain way because they're seeing catastrophe because they're losing and whatever else. That's where their mindset is, and that's where people go, okay, benefit of the doubt for them as well. But come on. There's no chopping and changes here. There never was. Yeah, I know when Toby went off, Marnie went off and Toby moved to hooker and Galvin come in. But that wasn't chopping and changing. That was just trying to bring a kid in that they knew that as quick as they get that kid in there, the quicker we'll be competing for September. Effectively competing properly. And I'm telling you now, if we didn't have the injuries we had at the back end of last year, I think we beat Melbourne and we go a lot better against the Panthers. Don't say we beat them, but we beat Melbourne, get the week off. With a rest, history tells you you're the favourite in that match. That's right. Let's go through some of the chats, mate, and then there's a few things I want to talk about as well. Timmy also upset about defence there, 75th minute. Yes, we're still 6th best in defence and 15th in attack, so it's improving. You can see what a big difference it's made having close to our best 17 out there. Add in Sitili in 2 weeks, and the impact off the bench will be primed for a late season push, 100%. Just like 2014, with better form to end that year. That's right. No, that live just started. Thanks, Timmy, for helping that out. Mr. Incredible, amazing performance across the board. Hard to even single anyone out. So excited for this finals push. Let's go. That's top 8. Here come the doggies. Let's hope so, guys. We're building, getting the air guitar saxophones ready. That's it. How good is it to be a Bulldog Mike? That's it, guys.
G'day,
Hey,
Joby.
Joby. Yeah, g'day, mate. Sorry, I missed your call, mate. We were still celebrating, mate, yesterday. Yeah, mate, the crowd numbers, like I said before, have been a bit underwhelming, but a lot of fair weather people are still staying away. I can say it now because I spoke to some people yesterday, earlier in the day, and are you coming to the game? Oh, no, I'm not going to go to this one. What? Because you think we're going to lose? So, yeah, just things like that. Other people are busy, but yeah, it's still a massive drop from last year, guys. But I will say congratulations to the Bulldogs and achieving 33,000 members. All-time record for the Bulldogs. I think it puts us second behind the Broncos. So
Beautiful.
Awesome achievement, guys. Well done. Yeah, Timmy, that's right. Happy for the boys to get the win. That's right. And the Wars, I got to say, as much as we love to give the Wars like a big rivalry between us, I will say they are one of the most respectful supporters that we play against. There's a lot of teams
100%.
we played against. Some of their fans are, got a lot of poor form. But the Wars, you guys can hold your head up. You guys are great to when you beat us, but also when you don't get the result, you're just as much fun. And there's never ever anything untowards between us. So good on you
people,
guys.
the Kiwis. Good people.
And they're in the bin as well. Thanks for good timing, Timmy, with that one. I was just trying to give them a wrap, mate. Come on. Aki's watching the replay. Aki's watching the replay because I took it off him yesterday. G'day, Mario.
We're back.
Yeah, that's it, mate. We're back.
G'day,
Sakina, how you doing? Skipper Critter and Gordon are becoming fathers this week. That's right.
Well done, lads.
Yeah, Gordon was missing from training on Thursday because of that. So, yeah, he came back for the captain's run on Friday. But, yeah, that was exciting stuff for them both. Yeah, I know, Timmy, mate. Defense, mate. That's all right. Hard to watch. We still got them in the end. It's such a great game, start to finish. That's right. Unlucky not to get a couple more as well, guys. G'day, Benjamin. How you doing? Jethro's getting better. Jethro is outstanding. Like I had a really good chat with him at training the other day as well, guys. He's a sponge, guys. He's learning. He wants to get better. There's little things that he's working on all the time. And he even said it. He goes, "I'm still learning." I said, "Mate, you're young. It's great, mate. Keep picking up all these pointers from the players and the coaching."
You told him he needs to do the in and you told him he needed to do an in and away in the clear.
We had a chat about. He actually even said, he goes, "I could have done a jinx." So even he knew that he could have done something different. So in his own words, I was just talking to him as an ex-winger myself. So if you come in a way, that try on Buller, if he just little step in and back away, and probably saw it the other day with one of the other games. Who was it? The Rabbitohs games on Dufty. Fa'alonga, it just turned him inside out. But you just need to put a little bit of in and away sometimes if you feel like you're not going to get there. But he backed himself. He thought he was going to just accelerate to the try line. But that's part of being young, guys. You live and learn. But yeah, he's much better. First back-to-back wins for the NRLW since the start of last year. Correct, mate?
No, was it? No, they won the first. Oh yeah, they won the first
last
two
year.
last year.
They won the first two last year.
Who's that? Who's giving us $10?
Pete Weber. Thanks, buddy.
Boom, boom, boom. Did you have a win on the weekend, Pete? Did you get a moldy up, brother?
That's it. And one thing we need to do next week, guys, against Melbourne, we have something we haven't been able to achieve this year. We have not beaten a team that we've played twice this season yet. So whenever we've played teams, we've either lost the first one or won the first one, lost the second one. We're going to have 5 games this year left where we're going to be playing teams for the second time. So we're going to need to turn that around and not. So, we lost to the Tigers. We beat the Tigers. We beat the Raiders. We lost to the Raiders. So there is games where we've had the results flipped on us. Melbourne is going to be another team that we beat at home. We need to beat them away. And it's our best opportunity now to go up there or to go down there, wherever it is, and basically do the job on them. And then we're going to have a few other games this year. We got, we lost to the Rabbitohs. We need to flip that around. And then we need to back up, do the Dragons twice. Roosters, we only play them once this year. And then we got Panthers and Broncos to finish. And Panthers we've beaten once, but we're going to hopefully play them again with our season, in good control by that stage. And who knows, they may be resting players as they did last year in that second last week. And then the one that we really need to win, no matter what happens, is the Broncos, just to give ourselves that confidence heading into the finals. Even if we are resting players too by some miracle, who knows? But yeah, that's what we haven't done, guys. Beat the same team twice in this year so far. Ibrahim Bazzi, how you going, mate? Up the doggies. It's a good win.
Up the doggies.
Yep. So that's 2 weeks in a row, guys. We've had the double at Acor, guys. We had the women and the men. Barely hit him. He just pushed him. Yeah, he didn't get anything, guys. No charge on Preston. Not even a fine. Nothing. So it was a poor decision. Timmy, that's right. Difference in the refs. Sutton, guys, is another story. So unfortunately,
he is a joke, Joby. Absolute joke. G'day, Sayed.
G'day, Sayed. Good to see you again yesterday, mate. Yes, I'll be there for the Storm game on Friday. And also
for the Roosters, and we should have Kurt Mann this week because he was stood down for 11 days. He copped a head knock at training. Yep. So he couldn't play against West or against the Warriors. So he'll be back, and he'll probably take O'Sullivan's position at number 14, and O'Sullivan will probably replace Gordon Chan come Tong in the 19.
Yep,
is how it will play.
Critter had not much sleep, exactly, guys, and you could tell because his game yesterday, as well as he played, he made 12 tackles. He missed 8 tackles, guys. Like you could see he was putting in the effort, but there's a lot in his head coming into yesterday. But when he had to stand up, he was there. So that's the key, guys. And the plays that he did that were important, he made them count. Many still haven't won their 1000th game. They're Manly. Sorry, they haven't. Yeah, they are on the verge again today and got touched up. And they're also sitting on 499 wins at home, so they could have done the double today and won 500 and then 1,000 overall, but they weren't able to. Last night's victory was incredible. Yes, we made some errors, but we defended those and defended our line, turned them away. If we make the 8, we can trouble teams at the end. Any updates on Hayes' ear? Yeah, that was a pretty bad split. And obviously, anyone who knows the ear anatomy, these things take a while to heal. I mean, if you go off the people who put the holes in their ears, some of these things for earrings and stuff, some of those things stay for a long time.
Unless you're Donald Trump and you get shot in the ear, that seems to heal pretty quickly. But anyway,
the fake shots. Sir Elder should buy a coffee cup now. He will save a bucket load of cash. Yeah. Although
he would have been like, yes, take the 2.
No, I still feel like the coffee cup guy should still turn up there on Monday, guys. I think it was worth the effort. No, not for Sir Elder to pay, but just but leave with 5 minutes to go. That's it. Sorry, guys, I have to leave now. With 5 players undone. Sorry, guys.
That's
it
against the Wires as well.
That's it.
Big Roo, welcome back.
Yep. They tried the chip kick a second time, but Harry has a Hayes, irreliable, made an important tackle. Yes. And even Hayward did a little Stevie Mortimer chip and chase as well.
I like that
time. That was a good play. I was calling for it earlier. There was an opportunity earlier for a chip and chase. And the other thing I will say, Birdo threw an amazing pass to Jethro with that break. But if he just threw the dummy, he was in under the post. They stayed off him. If he just threw the dummy for that one, I mean, that's a risky one still. The way he's running, if he throws the dummy, they were holding off him. He would have been still running around under the post. So, but that's all right. It would have been nice. That would have been 24-0. And I don't think they would have got their last try because they scored after the next set. That's the disappointing thing.
My prediction was 19-10, so they went all right.
Defensive resolve, defection. Shout out to Connor. Connor's been on fire, guys. Now that he's got full fitness back, he's been killing it, and we can see that, guys. Safety. I know there's a lot of frustration when he runs the ball. He then starts to go sideways, and everyone's going, "Guys, get the meters." But guys, that's his game.
He averages nearly 200.
200
a game.
Yep. How good was Burden getting those kicks? That's effort. Yeah, chasing down. And look, I thought we were unlucky with the one that Dallin dropped. Birdo didn't touch him until after he had basically touched and dropped it. I know they went for disruptor, but Birdo was coming in to catch the ball. When he realized it was too far for him, he turned around not to hit him, and then he still dropped it. I mean, that could have, for me, that was still a 50-50 call. I would have been happy with it if it was awarded as well. G'day, Lockie. Good to see you again yesterday, buddy.
G'day, Lockie. He's at
Timmy,
every
what are
game.
you agreeing that deliberate and inside the 10 to halted the play down the middle? Yeah, mate. There was a few things, mate, they were doing to try to really slow us up. But I love the intent from our guys, the attack, the intent, the constant threats that they're throwing at the other teams now.
Yes.
It's you can see the confidence is growing. When you've got your defense set, guys, all these other things take care of themselves. And like I said, our attack is going to keep improving week on week. So I know people will say, oh, you're 12-0 after 10 minutes. Why didn't you? Guys, you're playing a team coming second who's got the best 20-meter defense in the league inside their 20. You're not going to get as many opportunities as you think you are. You know, I would have been happy to win the game 12-0 and not win it 18-6. Just lock up the game and just that's it. Take it away from them. That's the kind of game that you have to play sometimes. So, RYT, welcome. As a Warriors fan, I predicted you blokes to smoke us by 30 plus. We've been playing like crap the last few weeks and losing our main halfback. I'm thinking you're talking about Boyd, our daily and prop of the year, and our strike centre, RTS, is a major concern. You still got a lot of good players out there. You've got some good depth, and you're still coming second. You're still doing well. So, and look, you've got last year's halfback of the year for yourselves still sitting on the bench. So I know he's signed for the Dragons, but it takes time to heal from those injuries, guys. JP, welcome. How great was that win? Proud of our doggies' defense. That's why we're always best and what we're known for. That's right. The blue brick wall, guys. Top 8, here we come. Bring on the Storm up the doggies. That's it. Next challenge now is Storm, guys. We start again. It's nil all. Everything has to be done from scratch. And this time, the boys will be staying the night together, just so you know, Michael. Okay?
Well, they're going to Melbourne.
I know. It's the last traveling trip of the year, guys, until the finals, okay?
They used to do that camp even for the home game.
Of course. I'm just saying that there's another camp coming for next week.
Oh,
As I'm just funning you, mate. Chill, buddy, chill.
what?
That's it. Step out, mate. Any update on the severity of Harry's ear cut? Looks like Mike Tyson did a great job on it. That was pretty bad, guys. If you see the replay, it's pretty poor. Congrats to the Dogs. Surely you can make the 8 this year. It would be good to get another game in during the finals. Yeah, looking forward to it. G'day, Cartel member, Rhett. Evening, congratulations.
Rhett.
Watched the game at my parents' home with the whole family celebrating my son's birthday. Happy birthday to your son. This game put an exclamation mark on a great weekend. Yeah, well done.
He got his little Bulldogs bouncy ball. He was happy with that.
G'day, Joel. Saying hello to you, Mick.
G'day, Joel. How you going, buddy?
Joel
comes back when we win.
That's it. Welcome back, Joel. Thanks for coming back, mate.
I don't hear from Joel when we lose, and he must get too frustrated and angry when we lose.
Would you guys bring Mann back into the 19?
We're not getting Buller, Joel.
That's it. I think Michael's answered that one for you, Tony. Mann will come back in.
He'll go straight back in.
I think the Knights are gone. They'll drop out of the 8. We'll go up. Oh,
what happened with the Knights?
A lot of permutations to come still. They had the game against the Roosters. They lost to a field goal by Daly Cherry Evans. Yeah. 23, guys. 23 they had. I was hoping for a field goal. How many more games do we need to win to be in the 8? Look, out of the 6 games, 5 games will pretty much guarantee. 4, we're going to be very dicey. So I would say 5 out of the 6 will give us a great opportunity.
Well, we're on 24 points.
Yeah.
I think 32 will get us there.
Yeah, but our for and against is working against us. We need to fix that up just in case. We need to keep working on it, which we're doing. We're making inroads into it every week. So
if Seagulls keep losing, and obviously Cowboys, Knights, or Rabbitohs have to drop out, I think the Rabbits Very important win for the Rabbits on the weekend.
It was, like I said the other day, it was a good for the Rabbits because we still play them, so we can still match them. But also it was good to knock Melbourne down a little bit and just push them away a bit. That's all. So that was more important. So the Rabbits have had their buys because the Storm still have one more bye to go. That's why. So they're on this. They would have been on the same wins as us if they'd won. So that's why it was important for them to drop. The Rabbitohs are only one win ahead of us, and we've got. I know the for and against is different, but they've got a tough run home as well. So the Storm are a team that have got more potential.
Look, Look, I don't know about that. They've got
mate. The Storm are in the last two grand finals. I'm just saying, like, they're a team that you don't want to let them get ahead of steam coming into the back of the year because they did it recently. They've won a couple of games, but Harry Grant now dropping out, that's going to hurt them a little bit more. So
it's going to hurt them big time.
So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that till after we beat them this week. Okay.
Well, that's the thing. The problem for the Bulldogs has been beating the sides we're supposed to beat, and that has been our Achilles heel this year.
We did that against the Tigers last week. We've turned the corner now.
We've turned the corner now.
We've turned the corner. That's it.
We've got to smash the Storm, not just beat them.
Titans. We did it to the Titans. That's it.
We've got to smash the Storm. Then we've got to have a really good game against the Roosters, and then we've got to smash the Rabbitohs.
That's it.
We do that, win 2 out of those 3, we'll go to 28. And then the run home will be the Dragons, Panthers, and
Broncos.
So, look, I think you lose one match, we definitely make it. Lose 2 matches, but have some good games.
Yeah.
I think we can. We'll make the 8 ahead of. Look, I just can't see Rabbits. Cowboys, I felt, did well against the Broncos on the weekend. I think the Rabbits are going to be the ones that, with the injuries they've got, are they going to get Cam Murray and all these players back? Or
yes, they'll come back eventually. Soft tissue on some of those guys, but eventually they'll come back. Latrell's still unlikely, but might come back as well. Not completely closed, but yeah, they've got a tough run as well. So that's going to be. I mean, they can still lose a lot of those games as well.
It's look, for me, it's the Panthers and the Sharks at the top of the tree at the moment. The Roosters are winning. I think they've beaten a lot of sides they should have beaten, but we'll see where we are actually when we're playing the Roosters with a full strength side. We go close in that game, win or lose. I think we're a team that won't be just making up the numbers if we can get through the rest of our wins. But still a big task ahead of us, guys. But the way our forwards are playing to set the games up, look, I just feel we're lacking that killer punch.
Yep.
Sort of like Tim Zhu in the last couple of fights he's had. He looks like he's just lacking that little bit of confidence. It's hard to say if that's someone who's just beaten one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of all time today. And Gas was actually there at that fight, but
that was a good fight. I was there with Aki. It was a good fight. It was good viewing.
Yeah, he's just sort of. It was like he's changed his style a bit, and he's trying a lot of different things. And it's be interesting to see how he goes in his next one. But,
saying here we got a lucky call with the forward pass. It was a definite forward pass. So it wasn't a lucky call. It was just called as it should have been. Definitely just one of the Warriors supporters saying we got a bit of a lucky call with the forward pass. The linesman finally was able to own up and call something he saw. It was a definite forward pass. So there was the execution actually should have been better. The pass should have been better, actually. He had room to give it, to throw it backwards.
I think that's what's the frustrating part for the Warriors is they did have a couple of opportunities. Like DWZ, like I know
it's like he had the wrong boots on as well.
But the way he just held that try line was just great winger play, and got on the outside a couple of times. But look, we matched up well on those edges anyway. And look, even that pass, they said it was a bad pass to. They said they had us beaten. They had us in that first half. Alexander said, "Oh, they had them." I think even if he catches that pass, I don't think he scores.
And we made a few of our breaks ourselves. Like Tuala makes a great break down the right side there late in the game. Could have, if he wanted to, thrown that pass back inside the one-hander. Galvin was there. Might not have got there. There was still defense coming, but I know we got the penalty out of that one when Salmon had it raked. But we made a few of those. Then Preston went straight through. There was no support with him at the time, and he had to take the tackle. But we were making clean line breaks and putting. But we still haven't been able to execute a try from outside of halfway, guys. That's the difference against every other team in the comp. We're still lacking that killer instinct and getting those longer tries and just putting teams away a bit more, like Michael said, putting the polish on those performances. I mean, that game yesterday could have easily been, 24, 30 points to 6, if we give them that one try easily. Like, we had that much opportunity, and we did all the work by grinding them and just fatiguing them, taking their legs out of them. And we had that game, and that's why they really didn't look like they were going to come back at all. Like, it was just a crazy lucky try, and that was it. The rest was just us not putting them away a bit more. So
and some of their young forwards too are starting to feel the pinch a little bit, obviously, in a game like that where they just can't get on the roll, and they've had to. And it is hard for the Warriors to travel as well. People forget about that as well. The good thing about the Warriors is that they've made their home a fortress now, where they can bank points and make finals now, by working hard. And playing for their great fans at home, but coming on the road, it's never easy. And and we took it away from them early and took the heart out of it. We chopped that tree down, and it just, they'll throw in a few haymakers late to try and make something happen, but it just wasn't. It wasn't going their way, with another boxing analogy. Let's get some stats up here.
G'day, John. What a win. 80-minute performance. Loved the look of our defense. That was some mongrel dogs of war stuff. Completely dominates. Second place Warriors. Like, that is just brilliant. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Awesome to do it on the road next week. Even better, guys, just to do it on the road again. Need to improve those end of sets. I know the Storm are without Grant Munster, but Hughes has developed a strong kicking game, and he and the fullback will be their focal point next week. That's right. What do you got, mate? Timothy, we will not be complacent. We are playing very well. That's right. The game for the Storm is there for the taking. Can't be taken lightly, but we've got to put them to the sword. It is a crucial 2 points, 100%. It's like I said earlier, guys, about the last 3 games we played after the bye. So after beating Titans, after the bye, we had those 3 games at home, and we said if we win 2 out of those 3,
we're in a big shot.
Although we lost to Canberra, which we didn't expect, we ended up winning the other 2. So the result ended up being almost the same. But, we're greedy. We could have, if we won all 3, would have been even better. But that's the way it is, guys. It just makes it much more fun and lots more for us to talk about leading into the finals.
Well,
if we make the finals, we could be the first team to win the comp from outside the top 4, but we have to make the 8 first. Yes. Never say never, guys.
Never say never.
Never say never.
All right, let's go through the stats, obviously, here. And we've got 3 tries to the 1. And the stats are here. So possession was only 51-49 in the end. Ended up having the ball for 1 second less, so we tried a bit more with it. Our completion's much higher than the Storm. I think we only missed one. Sorry, than the Warriors. 2 more runs, but made an extra 120 meters post contact. A lot better than the Storm. Line break 6-1. 1 less tackle break. Average set distance 4 per set. But they slowed us down. I think we're about 3.58 is what they had it yesterday. It's blown out to 3.6. And the Warriors 3.15. And I'll tell you what they're really good at, and where I think we did a really good job, is their ruck play out of their back 3 is just so fluent and fast and efficient. They made between Dallin and Lockie, Pereira and that. But we did a good job to minimise that damage. We were ready for it. But that's where I worry about us, is that awareness around that ruck defence.
I think there's a good thing there for us as well. That 3.15, from what I could see, and I saw a big change in that from about 6 or 7 weeks ago, probably when we started winning. We've really cleaned up our errors in like giving away cheap penalties and 6 agains a lot. So our guys, if you notice, if you've watched them, they're actually getting off a lot faster at times, especially when they know that their back in their line is set as well. So we're not just staying and running over and then giving away. We were giving away too many penalties, too many cheap outs for teams earlier in the year, and they really focused on their discipline. And I feel like that's come about. And when the guys are set and they feel like they're ready, the guys aren't hanging around too much. They're not lying. They're driving them back, putting them down. By the time that's done, they're getting off and off they go, guys.
Well, that's the other thing too, which is the hidden thing in this stat is that when you drive them back, you actually get to set your line.
Correct.
And the counter doesn't start until the play's held.
Ref calls held. Yep.
So they're sort of getting driven back, and teams actually prepare for it. They expect it from the Dogs. That's how we do our thing. And a lot of them work on that late offload, and they actually did a lot of offloads in that second half. That was part of the game that we talked about as well. We obviously need to be positive with offloading and need a lot of different players doing it. Connor Tracy had numerous offloads, which wasn't
4 in the first half.
We said it had to offloads can't just keep coming from the same blokes because they prepare for it.
Yes.
And we do shift off it. We always have. But when they're coming from Connor Tracy, they're not expecting it from Connor as much. So that's showing the confidence he's got at the moment. He's in form. He's fit. He cops it hard from the opposition defense. He runs hard at the line. He deserves a lot of credit. Does Connor Tracy and doesn't
run almost as hard sometimes as Carmichael Hunt. Maybe not as crazy as Carmichael Hunt, but he does run it up pretty hard. He
does, man. Like he's a good player.
He gets up there and he gets hit hard, guys, and he just bounces straight back up like nothing happened, and off he goes again.
But if we listen to the fools, they're like, Critter's put Critter or Carraz to fullback, Critter into the centers with Burton, and put get rid of Tracy.
Well, last week they were dropping Tuala. Last week people wanted Tuala.
O'Sullivan. So they can keep O'Sullivan. It's like
all these options. Yeah.
You're talking about a guy. So I'm not putting him down either. If one of our halves go down, we're going to need him.
Yes.
And we're going to back him like we back everyone in the jersey. But it's just saying it's craziness, the shit that people suggest.
Yeah.
And the fact they think they're right about it and go tell everyone they know about it. It's just hilarious. 260 passes, kicking 27 and 19, kicking meters. Smashed him in that. Credited the majority of the kicking. We diffused their bombs. Had to take a lot from the Warriors as well. Had a few grubbers. Our effective tackle was down. Missed more tackles than we'd hope. But look, they're a big bustling side. With a big pack and a lot of energy in their pack as well, and a lot of young fellas doing well. Ineffective tackles 26, 10 errors to 14, penalty count similar, and ruck infringements similar. We had a couple of our 6 agains on late tackles too that were against us, which didn't make me happy at all. From a player's stats perspective, Bailey again topped the tackle count for us. And Ari Tuara, a lot of tough meters in that 210. I know he had that good break late, but there were a lot of tough meters, like 7 and 8 meter runs where he's just running as the second hit up guy out of the back end, copping the heat of the defense. He put his body on the line. Critter 2 line breaks, and Presto 71 fantasy points. Were the standouts according to that. But let's have a little look at our good friend Jamin Salmon, 116. But he's actually brought his average run meters for the season to 93 per match, which is career best for him. You got Max King around the 100, and he hit about his average for the season so far. Obviously sharing the meters a bit more. Leo Thompson having a career best meterage with about 111, 112 per match. Taking look at that, 1,527, 1,423. But you'll find that Maxi's getting more post contact than Leo. But as we keep talking about, it's the energy that having two guys of really good ability, the energy they take out of the defensive line helps the next run and the next run. And then you shift it off and get a good run from, then Lockie Galvin will get into dummy half and take a run. He made 114 meters. Jeffro 172 meters. Carraz is almost sort of, he's doing a heap of stuff. A lot of tough runs for him as well. But they're really getting stuck into Jacob, they're really trying to slow him down. Bailey Hayward, some good runs out of dummy half, bringing people onto the ball, as we've been saying. And these other guys just doing their thing. Like, it's...
Look how quick Preston's getting on his front and playing the ball.
Exactly. Look, Jamin, 3.3. Kick out, much faster play of the balls than he's had in recent times. 3.2.
Max King, three
seconds.
Exactly. Like, just crazy, guys. But that also goes to fitness, guys. That's our team is honestly so fit that preseason work they do and everything, it's now paying off for them, guys. It's now paying off for them. So they just need to look. The last 6 weeks that we're going to get, guys, it's going to come down to our form, obviously, but also who we keep on the field. You know, there's going to be injuries, there's going to be things. We're going to get some challenges. It's going to happen. 6 weeks is a long time. It's how we manage it, how bad it is, who covers what in what depth if we have any problems, whatever it might be. Every team's going to have the same issue. Look at the other day, a couple of teams lost some season-ending injury. Knights got absolutely hammered. 2 players, gun players in their team, $13 million player. Both, and even their origin, Lucas, like both out for the season, guys. These things you have to.
That ankle injury, God.
Yeah, and an ACL for Dylan Brown. Like that's going to be a long term. It's another 12 months, guys. So middle of next year. So a lot of things still to come, guys. But we just need to keep turning up, doing our business, and you know what? You need to get lucky sometimes. You need a bit of luck. I don't feel like we had any luck, anything go our way in the first half of the year. Now I'm feeling like things hopefully can turn around, and we need that to come our way to even things out for us a bit. So, but
we're getting more luck.
We're
getting more luck.
Yeah, we're getting the 50-50s.
And look, it's great. It's just great to see players playing in form. Carraz is still injured. Crit is still carrying injuries. Tuala's still got little niggles happening. But this is what happens at this time of year, and if they can just stay on top and but having your forward pack control games is also good for your injuries as well. Trust me.
We haven't had that a lot, guys. We've always struggled to have a dominant forward pack that's giving us opportunities for our backs to do what they have to do, and that's why Leo Thompson was such a big signing for us. You needed that another alpha. You needed that player that would come in. Now I know people that are expecting him to be Payne Haas, guys. We didn't pay for Payne Haas. We got Leo Thompson, and he plays big minutes for Leo Thompson. Yes, we had to wait for him to start, but he's doing exactly what the Bulldogs got him to do. And he's adding 100%. To that every time he plays. So that forward pack that we've got, last week, if you looked at the big tell, 18-0 up against the Tigers at halftime, and Seraldo was sure that the Tigers would come out and try to put a few quick tries on. 8 minutes into that second half, when players are still reasonably fresh, bang, both starting props back on, guys. Just like we said, both back on, just to make sure that there was no complacency, no opportunity for the other team. Keep that forward momentum, and then keep grinding the teams. He couldn't do that this week because, like we said, we had all those head concussions, and it shifted everything around. But that's the mindset, that's the intention. This is where the planning is, guys. That everything goes into. So. Let's have a look at some chats as well while we go, because we're a little bit behind on those, just to keep everyone's comment relative. Also, what stuffed us last year was the Doggies not resting players against the Panthers before the finals. But there were good reasons for that. Michael can explain them very quickly. Michael, explain that one to her. Or Daniel.
Well, it was something he was contemplating and wanting to do. He actually... But there was just... we had to get a top 4 berth.
Mm.
That win secured us 2 bites of the cherry.
That's it.
And then they're not going to do it after that. Like people are like, oh, you should have rested people against the Sharks and all this sort of stuff. They needed to get out there and go through their reps and do their stuff in that last round to prepare them. And they went for an ambush in Melbourne and nearly got it.
Yes.
As we talk about a lot of times, an inconspicuous kick out in the full after we just defended our line.
Yes.
Had a really good set up by Burton and Kickow on the left edge. Had lost our captain early in the match, right? And then the kick out in the full, and that was just the straw that broke the camel's back for the rest of the season. And then, as we said, Birdo in that semi-final did a shoulder on the Thursday before the game, had to play needled up in the centres.
Ineffective.
Boys,
if anything positive has come out of our long-term injuries, is that now they won't be burnt out at the back end of the year. That's right.
Very, very good point, Tony.
Yep.
Very good point.
I agree with you, Showy, that the team are in a good vein of form now, but Mick has hit the nail on the head. That 40-minute period either side of half-time will need to be fixed as well. They're working on that too, guys. But the main thing is we're not giving away the game at that time as well. I don't mind if we hold those teams in that position, but I still think that, I don't think we've played a perfect game this year. I know some teams have. I don't think we have, and we're saving the best for last, guys. We're getting better every game. That's how I see it.
It's very much so. Yeah.
If we play with the same level of intensity like that, then they can beat the Storm. Let's 100%. Hope so, guys. Hey, boys. G'day, James. Welcome back, mate. Hey, can't wait to pick up the shirt that he's ordered from you, Mick. Got to get it signed, framed, and hanging up on the wall. Best player ever. Which one did he get?
He got the Hazem El Masri. So we did a Hazem El Masri tribute shirt. So, guys, we're just going to keep it a little bit
low key.
Yeah, I'm not going to push it. We've got some great designs and ideas coming through from people. I'm asking people if you were to buy a shirt, what would you want? There's some great ideas coming through. We've got a Clive Churchill medal one there. Now costs a lot more because it's the type of printing that it's going to do. And it's a bit of trial and error, but sold quite a few already. And I'm even going to do some fan tribute ones as well. To all the faithful fans like Brave Dog, Don't Break Defense, and a couple of others that just turn up every week, whether I like the people or not, or know the people. If they're loyal fans and don't carry on social media every time we lose, and they're always there,
that's it.
They will. I'll put a tribute out to those guys, and if someone wants to buy a shirt for them, they can. Guess what? The designs will be there. Hopefully one day the NRL and clubs will actually, try to have Australian people. So this is one of the things, like Rupert Murdoch's spent millions trying to ensure NBA and NFL and all that became huge in Australia. Well, how about, instead of seeing Jordan merchandise everywhere, we see Birdo merchandise everywhere. That's just what I think. There's obviously some stuff around that which players aren't allowed to do it themselves. So look, we can do some fan tribute shirts and some fan tribute stuff, and that's all it is. And if people want to be a part of that, that's up to them, and we'll see what happens with it. It's not about making money, but you put time and effort into something, you get a little bit back for your time, but that's it. And there's ways, and we'll also give them away as gifts for people. I'm sure they'll be like, yep, can I have one of those for the draw and stuff like that? So
yeah,
but some nice designs coming out. Look, the way I look at it, we're going to do these things. If I'd be happy to wear them myself, you're going to see them.
That's it.
Thank you to everyone who's bought some already.
There you go. If we build on the last few games and keep improving, in my biased opinion, No other club can match this team when they're firing on all cylinders. I love it.
Love it, brother. Love it.
Ciro is the best thing to happen to the Bulldogs since Gus came back. Yes, we've been saying that for a long time, guys. Phil Scothorpe, how you going? How about everyone stop questioning the coach? Now we have our troops back. Yes.
100%, Phil.
SOS should have played the last 20 against the Wars. I don't think he could have. Don't think he could have. We already made those. We had
Why,
to use
Daniel?
those players. We had to use
Why?
those players. What do we
Why?
need him for? He did his job the week before when we needed him. That's it. And he's ready. And he's ready anytime we need him again. So.
And I'd say Kurt Mann will come in this week. He'll go there. Mate, when do we play New South Wales Cup this week?
I think that one was on the same day, Friday, in Melbourne as well. The game before.
We're playing Storming Cup there. Oh, that's a great thing about them having a New South Wales Cup team.
Yeah,
awesome.
We're playing. Yeah, it's about a half an hour away, but yeah, we're playing them over there.
Well, that'll be interesting. Very, very interesting actually, because Sauce does need a game at some point, and he's not going to get too many games. Being the backup cover, but
well, without Conti and SOS, you could see the difference. A little bit of lack of direction potentially in the cup team. So
it's been I'm going to talk about the cup teams. The forwards have not been up to it from the start of matches. It's sort of like the opposite to what's been happening in NRL, which is sad to see. But there's definitely some good efforts by forwards in our team on the weekend against a Warriors side. Yeah, that's starting to get a few of its players back because they've let's be honest, their forward pack's pretty much full strength, pretty close to full strength in the NRL at the moment. So that means that they're pretty close to full strength in New South Wales Cup as well.
How was that ear split on Big Harry Hayes? That was nuts. Yeah, just tape it up and out you go, mate. Keep going. What's the problem? Move on.
The heart of Harry Hayes.
Needed. Yeah. I think Cherry might have played his last game, barring injuries. That's right. Is Turpin currently? No, he's back. He came back this week.
He came back, and they got some minutes into him, and that's another reason they struggled because they've got a player coming back.
Correct. And they've
had Gordon there. Gordon's been holding up the defense well in the middle, doing a good job.
Yeah.
He's been on the bench for first grade, so it all has an effect. Dykes is having to play in the middle. He had some terrible defense. Had some terrible defense on the weekend. Because he was tired defending in the halves.
Yes.
Normally not doing that. So
even Hot Boy is starting to look comfortable. He's getting better and better. And he is. He runs out on the field, guys, and hits the ground running. He just feels like he belongs now 100%. His efforts and everything. Yeah, he looks really good out there.
And that's because of why? Because he's got the platform.
Correct. Every player in the top 16 are trained in more than one position. Yep.
That's it.
I've been very happy with Salmon for a long time now. a lot of us are, but a lot of us are still. I don't think they just like the name. It's probably just Salmon. Is it just too boring? Is it? I don't understand. People aren't watching their games close enough. Quick question: how is our forward pack close to one of the better? Is it one of the best in the comps at the moment?
Well, I think it is. Look, it's when you've got Thompson and King in good form,
Preston
providing
and
that. And then you got Preston and Kikau, who are arguably the best edge.
Both almost internationals. We'll call Preston international. He was on tour last year.
You add Mann and Sitili to that off the bench, and you have an informed, confident Josh Curran.
Harry Hayes.
A Harry Hayes with 1.5 years. You've got a team that's tough, resilient, and knows how to work hard for each other. Harry was there again for cover tackle on the weekend as well, like just another try-saving effort.
Yeah,
that just he continues to do that. Does that mean he should start ahead of Salmon? Not at the moment. But it's like these players are there for a reason. Trust that. I know people don't like hearing it after a loss and everything. Trust the process. But as I said, I see the comments from people on other podcasts and everything like that, and then after we start winning, I see they just flow with the win and the loss. Gus has got to go to being great win, guys. Well done. My week's awesome. So I did feel a lot better when I woke up again the last couple of weeks. Work's been easier.
Omar, how you going, mate? Nice photo there, buddy. He's responding to Joel. Probably was the question was asking how many games we have to win.
5 games.
5 out of the 6, yep. Or 5 out of the 6, yep. I'm not sure if you guys have touched on this, but it's funny how a lot of NRL media pages are changing their tune on the Tigers and Galvin, even apologizing to Galvin. I've seen that a lot, and I was waiting for that to come out now that Adam Dewey and even Luai, all these things are happening there.
Oh, it's people Benji's fault now.
Hang on a sec. Maybe Galvin was onto something all along, guys. Maybe he was onto something. The only thing, like we said the other day, it's just the fact that they came out and used Benji as one of the reasons for why he left. If they just kept all that quiet, anyway, that's it's good to see. But
let's go to. I did an article after round 4. Paul Crawley, Dogs had just lost their second in a row, I think, against. We lost to the Knights, and who else did we lose to? Earlier in the year,
Souths, yeah,
Souths and Knights. Yeah, before the day of the game against the Panthers that morning, he releases an article saying basically like talking about Benji, and then brought Galvin into it because West were doing well, and then he tried to bring the narrative about Galvin into it, and then expecting that the Dogs were going to get touched up by the Panthers. See.
Backfired big time on him.
And we went out there and smashed them. Now, but this is what I'm talking about with these people. Like they'll sit there and validate your feelings. And now we've got to be careful we don't do the same thing. And it's a really good point that you raised there. Really good comment, Sayed. I fucking love it that you've done it. And yeah, people will comment, and it's easy for them to change their tune. That's what I mean. It's easy to change your tune afterwards and go, oh, maybe we were wrong. Maybe all these people don't like Benji and Benji's the fault. No, we've talked about it over and over and over again. They tried to manufacture culture, and they're sick of kids leaving their team and their club. They're trying to get things going. They've got Benji, who's a good bloke, and you could see through some of their performances at the start of the year that they are a lot better than they were. Had a few injuries, and then they had Luai leave their club, and that rattled them. That's rattled them. But now, what do you got? Moley getting out there and saying, "Oh, Adam Dewey's the problem because his manager is Isaac Moses." Well, Isaac also manages a heap of good blokes in the NRL, not just a couple of coaches that have been sacked. Right? Kurt Mann's never heard a bad thing about Kurt Mann. He's managed by Isaac Moses. Why is it convenient to mention the manager every time a player does something? It's like, anyway, I just think that we make too much of these things.
Yeah.
I think what it comes down to is that they think in their minds, it's like, this guy's leaving us. The season's basically gone now. Why am I? I'm going to be the half here next year. Why is he there? And I'm the one who's got to go and get me ass kicked in the middle. I get the question. Your coach should be able to sit there and. I think the way Benji explained it was really good, actually. Yeah. Now we're hearing it's all come to this and that and the other. Like, it's just. That's not club first from any of it. Yeah. Anyway, I think at the Bulldogs, there has been things said to coaches and whatever a couple of years ago. And you know what happened? They all disappeared. The players went off them. There was a guy at our club at the start of last year that was really angry. And he had a lot of mates in the club, and they're still mates to this day. And they back each other and support each other at the end of the day. But he still agitated for a release because he wasn't happy with the fact that he was seemingly wanted by someone else before his contract was even up for negotiation. and probably knew that we didn't value him as much or the same way as they would or they're going to. So it become just a thing on the mind, and yeah.
Stripped
And
of the
knowing that
captaincy after 1 year, yeah.
Oh, well, look, I think he played.
No,
He was a lot happier with
all
that,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
He sort of enabled him just to go in there
But
and
still.
he played with a chip on his shoulder. But
Yep.
Giving him the captaincy made him a worse player. Like he couldn't pass. I don't know how many passes he messed up in 2023 because, and he struggled with media. Like he's real nervous and stuff. But I think it helped him. Like, and he's become much better at all that sort of stuff. And
yep.
anyway.
Okay, what do we got? That was Pete's contribution. Thank you, Pete. Bulldogs only team in the comp to beat the Warriors and Penrith. There you go.
There you go, man.
And last year we weren't winning those games, guys. We weren't winning those games.
No.
That's the difference. Even though we made the top 4, we were beating everyone we should be beating. So this year we're winning some games against teams that we should be beating to be someone to be reckoned with. It's just that we didn't have enough in reserve now to be sitting comfortably in the 8 and then be spoken about differently. But it's never too late, guys. Still 6 weeks and we control our destiny. What do we think about Adam Doueihi leaving? Could we pick him up cheap? I don't think he's an option for the Bulldogs at all. I don't think he's an option at all.
Gus spoke to him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and Serraldo put a big emphatic no because he doesn't want someone to come in here and basically have that kind of mindset. He's had, like Michael said, we've had examples of that in the past, and it doesn't go too well for the players, guys. Speaking of Jethro, Sayed played futsal with his cousin on Friday. Awesome, mate.
Oh, there you go, brother.
Pete Weber had some good luck with some stuff with the Sharks game. Well done. Awesome.
Nice,
thanks,
brother.
Timmy. Tane Tuapiki, also went off injured last night, so I'm not sure the result of that, how serious that is.
He had a foot injury early in the game. Battled him for a bit.
Timmy chatted to Elaine on the way to the game yesterday. G'day, Elaine. Hope you're on. Just letting you know, everyone, praying for Elaine and her health. Yeah, hopefully everything's okay. She's still working very hard. And good to see CJ scored a try on the weekend. Well done. Manly have the bye next week. Okay. The Broncos are officially done. Yes, they're finished. Yep, always punches above his weight. Yep, good stuff there. G'day, young fella. What a win against the Tigers. Morats, yep. Would be nice to beat Melbourne twice in one season. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Would be good.
Last time we did that was 2014. We beat them 3
go.
times. We actually got that as a Dave deep dive. He got an early one in.
There you go.
Yep, beat them 3 times that year, including the semi-final.
I really want to beat Melbourne by a bit, and hopefully the Cowboys lose. Yep. There's a lot of permutations every week, guys. We're going to be all playing Nostradamus with the draw, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the Knights are in trouble. Well, they got all the Fletchers as well, mate, so they've got a lot of backup. Cowboys will drop off, we hope. Let's hope so. Lawrence, Antoine, love the loyalty you've shown during this phase. Well done. No, thank you guys for all your support.
Thank
all
you.
our loyal supporters there as well. There's a reason why they call us all things positive. Well, guys, we can't just be smashing our players if they have a bad result. You got to put everything into perspective. But there's a way to criticize and there's a way to criticize, and that's the difference, guys. Andy, the Cows have a soft run home. Souths, Knights, Manly more likely to drop. Manly more likely to drop. Well, look, guys, we need a lot of things will take care of themselves. So each week we'll come back and we'll reassess. When we make finals, one key moment we've got to look back on is when Underhill made that tackle in the Storm game. If that doesn't happen, we might not have got to where we are. Who knows, guys? A lot of sliding door moments that happen.
There's plenty in a season, guys. Plenty.
What do you got, mate?
I'm just going to look at the draw in each week. So we're going to look up to next week who we need to win and lose. So we want the Roosters to beat the Cowboys in North Queensland on Thursday night. We want the Dragons to beat the Dolphins. We want the Bulldogs to beat the Storm. The Titans to beat the Warriors. Panthers to annihilate the Raiders. Broncos to beat the Knights. And for Cronulla to beat Souths. And West to beat the Eels.
Well, that one can be a who cares. Okay.
Well,
the battle
I like West better than I like Parramatta. This is all I'm saying. Even though I like a lot of players in Parra.
Yeah. Well, because Parra's got a few ex-Bulldog, that's why. But I'm happy I'm happy for the Hordes to keep going down, so it's okay. You don't forget those things. Warriors looked gassed out by halftime. Great game by the Dogs. Yeah, we had 53% of possession and we really fatigued them. So that was good for us. Manly definitely look in trouble, or they've been lost 5 out of the last 7, so they're definitely struggling at the moment. Fosball is officially on the rack. Curran's workload again was outstanding. Yeah, he's an effort player. Unlucky not to get that try, like we said, but yep. Really proud of the boys. They played smart football as well. But the good thing is, lots of room for improvement. Lots of room. Brendan Harris, welcome. Kickout's due for a big game, surely. Oh, I thought he had a big game already. But he will continue to have big games. That's the way he plays. G'day, Brian. I was saying earlier, where's Brian? Hey, boys, sorry, just got here. Still out at the moment. That's all right, Brian. The good news is, mate, you can always rewatch it at a time that suits you, mate.
Good to see you, brother.
I'm so jealous about that jersey. Okay. G'day, Warrior.
What happened there?
Had to come on and say congrats, boys. Outplayed us from the start to the finish. Better team won. Thank you for that. Thanks for your contribution and support as well. But, yeah, hopefully we will see you guys down the line in the semi-finals, hopefully. Let's see.
Well done, Levi.
Timmy's got his eyes on a folksy shirt, mate. There's a really good one that Mike was done with the stats and everything, mate. So definitely have a look at that.
I've actually got this folksy shirt here. And
hey, folksy's in the house.
Keep focusing.
Jersey Flegg is looking good. Yes, they are. They're on fire. There you go. Timmy sent Mick $50 versus Pay ID. Well done. Good job, Timmy. With Hudson Young out injured, I believe Preston will replace him in the Australian team for the World Cup. Yeah, that was one of the things. That's what kept him out last year. There's the Dogfather. Is that the Signature series, or which one's that one? The Legend series. There you go.
The Legend series, guys. Let's
the Legend
a bit bigger. So that's Stephen Folks.
4-3-2.
Now, it's that little bulldog that's there in the middle on his tie. I've now got that removed. Even though some people think that's cool. It doesn't really matter, but I've now removed that. If you bought it before then, I'm not sure if it'll be on it or not. Because I have sold a couple of these, but it says on it he played 245 first grade matches, 4 premierships, 6 grand finals, 288 first grade coached. He's won a premiership, made 2 grand finals. Your first year, his team made in 1998, a year where I lived in Campsie and actually went to pretty much every game at Belmore that year, including the last game against the Storm, where there was a fan fight right around me.
Oh,
yeah, blonde guy told a Lebanese guy the Lebanese guy told the blonde guy to sit down, and the blonde guy just said, "Oh, shut up, mate." Well, he said, "F off, mate," and then he got slapped in the face. And then Tui next to me then grabbed a umbrella and smashed the Lebanese guy and his mate until they stopped. God. And then, yeah, I shouldn't say Lebanese guy, but they were just a couple of young, well-dressed guys who thought that they owned the joint. Anyway, this is the Steve, folks. And by the way, we were there with about 3 Lebanese guys. So it's nothing to do with Lebanese guys. I'm just trying to. It's how I always remember the story. The little surfy guy got his face slapped. I thought that was so. Never seen some grown man just get slapped like they were nothing until that day. But anyway, Stephen Folkes in his coaching gear with the premiership, in his stuff. I love it. This is only a 2XL, guys, and it fits me. So the message around that is that they're
big sizings,
pretty big sizings. Yeah. So look, it fits me pretty tight. Like I'd be buying a 3XL, but I'm normally a 5XL in Australia, and with O'Neill's jerseys, I'm wearing 6 and 7XL.
Yeah,
okay?
O'Neill's.
They make it really hard, O'Neill's. I prefer to go back to Classic, and I wasn't that happy with Classic. But, you know, can't have it all your own way.
Jamie said he'll buy anything Bulldogs. If it's got Haslam on it, he's definitely getting it. Got a signed jersey, signed NRL card, and a signed photo from all from Haslam. Awesome stuff.
Well, look, James,
G'day, Elaine.
We might even have look, if you win something or whatever, Gas might be able to get Haslam to sign it for you as well. We're hoping to get Haslam on the podcast one day, just quietly.
Yeah,
we're working on that.
I've spoken to him, guys, and it's TBC. Don't make me run.
Don't break the fence. I'm full of chocolate.
Benji was one of the best in our game. It's no problem, but Adam and his attitude.
I love Benji Marshall, mate. I'll just say that.
Player. Yeah, he's a great player.
On and off the field, one of the best humans. Okay. And he's done so much for kids in that club. He deserves nothing but respect always.
Boys smashed them. Didn't DWZ play like mud? Oh, well, he slid around in the mud a few times. Lost his boots a few times.
He had some good runs, and the fact that he was there so close to that try line, I think the issue was he needed to step back in both times and didn't.
Yep.
And then got thrown a forward pass when it was all over. But
yep. Elaine's still trying to recover. Good to see you there, Elaine.
G'day, Elaine.
Dewey should go to Melbourne. Bellamy will sort him out. It could be a good pickup for Melbourne. Or he can, take one of the new teams eventually. Kicks in and Presta in form. Yeah, nice and fresh. Dave, welcome, buddy.
New cartel member too, David. So I want to get hold of you on Facebook, mate, and add you to the group chat if you want to be a part of it. We added Anthony last week, and he joined as well. And he watched the game in front of an open fire, sinking a couple of cold. He sent us a video of that. So that's the sort of community we're building. It's a positive community, and that's the only rules in our chats is if you start being a fool.
You're a fool, son.
Pay your money somewhere else.
Mate, you upset Levi. He said, why Titans to beat the Warriors? Look, he's only looking at it from a Bulldogs perspective. He's only looking at, see those two blue and white eyes? He's not discriminating against anyone except what's going to help the Bulldogs. That's all.
And I actually think that Warriors-Titans games are frigging awesome at Gold Coast Stadium, and the Warriors normally get about 12,000 people there. It's going to be nearly a full house, I reckon, next week, Titans versus Warriors, especially with the Titans playing well the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to tip them. I don't want to, but I'm actually going to tip them as much as I'd want them to win as well. I think Raiders will be hard to beat against the Panthers. I think Bronco might beat Knight. I'm just trying to sound like Phil Gould now. And I think Sharks will smash the Souths. And Eels actually played well against Penrith. And I think they'll beat West. I'm actually going through a bit of a predictor at the moment. So keep going through the chats there, Gas. And
Ziad, welcome, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the game yesterday, mate. It was good fun, mate. Brian's doing a Gas and watching on the way home. Careful, mate. Just make sure you're listening more than you're watching, mate. Timmy's got the Wolfpack movie on the Hangover on your Timmy. Can't wait for CJ's shirt to arrive. There you go.
Yeah, we did one for CJ. I'm going to do some updates on that, and I might do that for some of the younger guys as well, especially if we get to finals, where I just make it more about them and their families. If we do all right out of the shirts, I might be able to send a couple out to people. But it's all maybe, could be, should be, hope so. See what happens.
G'day, Mike. It was good catching up with you yesterday, buddy. We mentioned earlier about you, mate. If you want to go back and watch it later, about well done on being the 18th man. Hope you enjoyed the experience. And, mate, I took a photo of you on the big screen as well, so it was all good, mate. Well done. Levi, fair enough. No hate, love. No worries, mate. All good, all good. That's it. No, you guys will be all right, mate. And look, the good thing is, even though you lost your fullback yesterday, you had a ready-made replacement on the, came in and played awesome as well. So, so it's all good there. Do you boys think we play better with or without Curran? I feel like the boys are more relaxed when he isn't playing, Galvin in particular. No, I don't buy into that, guys.
Does he mean Critter? Who's this?
Yeah.
Critter,
with or without Critter, yeah.
No, we play better with Critter, mate.
Yeah. I don't read too much into the press and all the other stuff, guys. It's all
players. Players, when you're sort of struggling a bit like we were, players lift when the captain's not there. Like, they know they've got to do their job and they lift, and you see that. But Critter at his best in that team with our forward pack doing what we're doing, we're a way better side. And all this shit that they narrative about, he's been too hard on Galvin and too hard and all that sort of shit. No, that's a leader leading.
Look at the response from Jethro since he spoke to him.
Exactly.
Look at the response. He's been outstanding since, because he knows he was better than that. He knows, and it just happens sometimes. The best players make mistakes, guys. No one is immune to it. No one. So it's just the way that you lift the team up. So James remembers playing footy in the backyard, pretending to be Haslam. There you go. Yeah, well, some of us played in the backyard with the actual Haslam before he played first grade, obviously. Can someone buy me a ticket and a flight to Melbourne? Ever since the Melbourne game, every game I've been to, we've won.
Who's that?
Mike.
Michael.
Come on, mate. You want to go for a drive? Let's go, mate. Come on. Come for a drive with the gas man.
You can go for a drive, brother. He'll take you.
I'll just get home from shopping. I'll just got home from shopping for the kids. There you go. Awesome, mate. Good stuff. Hope you enjoyed those center line seats, mate. They're nice over there. Haven't seen the peasant on here to take his words back about Jethro.
There you go.
Yeah, and Ziad saying he reckons Leo will be a shoo-in for the Kiwi team in the World Cup. He should be. Now that he's fit and firing, he should be a good chance to make that squad. So, what do you got, mate? What do you got?
Look, I'm just looking through the predictor. I think I had the Bulldogs winning every game. We get to 36 points.
As you do.
36 points, and we finish 6th, 2 points behind Warriors and Dolphins on 38. Roosters 40, Sharks 42, Panthers 44. And then I've got Cowboys on 34, Knights 32 with a plus 24, Raiders on 30, then Seagulls 28, Rabbitohs 28. Got the Rabbitohs having a big slide, Storm 22, Titans getting a couple of upsets on the way, up to 22, and Eels getting up to 22, West finishing second last from the Dragons, who have got beating West in the run home. But yeah, look, it's going to be bloody interesting. But this next week, I've got Roosters beating Cowboys, although I can see that game going the other way. I've got Dolphins beating Dragons, us beating the Storm. I've got Titans beating Warriors, Panthers beating the Raiders. Even though I think I've got the Panthers pretty much winning nearly every game on the run home, but I think they will drop one. against us at least.
Yeah, around 26.
The game where they rest players, look, they
Mm.
usually do, whether it's 26 or 27, or even 25, they probably could this year. I'm expecting they'll drop one, and I think there might be a chance to drop another. And I think the Mudgee game is a danger game for them against the Raiders, who, if they win that match, are Smokey's chance at making the 8 on the run home. I think the Broncos are going to beat the Knights after they've had a couple of losing those key players. I think is huge for them, Gas.
Yep.
I think the Sharks will roll the Rabbits, and and then you're getting into the next round. I said we'll probably do it round by round, but I think Titans are a chance of beating Cowboys, but you got to pick Cowboys. You got to pick Panthers, but I think Warriors at home will be tough. And us against the Roosters is going to be a tough game. I think Seagulls will beat the Storm. I think Dolphins will beat Broncos, and Rabbitohs will beat the Eels. Although that could be one where we get the Eels help the Bulldogs out, and then I think Raiders are on a bit of a roll. I think they got a lot of confidence out of that win against us, and I think the Sharks are the team that are going to finish in second position. But look, things could even work out in a way that if we get pretty much every result we want, we could actually finish top 4 if we won every game, had a few big wins, and got the results that we need to happen. So
a lot of big ifs, guys. A lot of big ifs.
A lot of big ifs. More big ifs than you'd ever want.
Another. Thanks, Mike, for your support, buddy.
What's happened there? Oh, thank you, mate. Love your work too, brother. And that's more tickets in the draw for our signed jersey. And that's the thing, guys.
Going off on Tuesday, right? The jersey, guys.
Tuesdays, the jersey is going off.
Yep.
And I'm telling you now, we need more tickets in it.
Yes, guys.
And I need to prepare the wheel a lot earlier than actually doing it during the podcast. I need to actually have it ready.
Fully signed 2026 Bulldogs jersey, guys. Every player signed it and also put their number on there as well. So if they've played first grade, they've put their number on there as well. There's a couple of players even on there that are in the squad. Like at the time, Gordon didn't have his number on there. Kate Dykes, there's a few players that haven't Spinks haven't played, but everyone's on there, guys. Full jersey for the whole top 30 squad, guys. So awesome stuff. So it's looking good. Every $5, guys, you put in, it gets you a ticket into the draw, and that's going to be going off on Tuesday, guys. So, and obviously all that support you guys do helps out in a big way. Like Michael does so much behind the scenes to get all these things up and running, and all these gifts and prizes and packages and stuff he's doing for everyone. It all adds up, guys. So, James, thanks, buddy. Some of us are not that old. Mate, I'm feeling it. Only a couple of weeks away from the big 5-0, mate. So, yeah, I'll enjoy my last few days as San Francisco 49er. Thank you.
Guys, there's a pathway to victory. There's a pathway to the top 4 for the Bulldogs.
There you go.
There is a pathway.
So you're saying there's a chance?
We could actually get to top. If we win all our games, we could get to top 4, and then there's a pathway where the 5th place team are on, and 6th place team are on 32, and then there's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th on 30 points each. And I've actually got the Cowboys on 28 after that. So there is a pathway to, obviously the bookies would have an absolute field day if these results went the way that I've got them going, for us to make the top 4. But I'll tell you, and that would mean a Panthers Bulldogs at Combank Stadium first week of the finals, Sharks versus Roosters, and Dolphins versus Sea Eagles, based on for and against, and Knights versus Warriors.
Mm.
So there you go. So it's funny, teams that you want to lose, then you suddenly want them to have a couple of wins if we get a sniff. So it's sort of really, it's like, oh, okay, well, if we keep winning, that's fine. So at the end of the day, we just got to keep winning to make that all pretty simple. Something I did want to do.
While you're doing that, Mike saying that those centerline seats could be his new member seats next year, with his mates right at also having fun sitting there in front of the coaches box and seeing everyone having fun at the opposition coaches as well, like they did with Webster yesterday.
I like Webster. I really like him.
Yeah, he was good, and he spoke well of us guys. He's better team one, and look, there's a lot of respect there with Webster and Seraldo as well. Obviously,
100%
working well together.
And Yowie saying, hope the Dogs win, so you can't get us for the minor premiership.
Minor premiership, exactly.
That's a bit of cockiness in that too.
Yeah,
bit of cockiness in that. I love it.
When you win 4 premierships, who's got to argue with them?
Exactly.
I do hope we sell out the away bay this Friday and more. Yeah, there's a lot of people I was talking to in the kennel yesterday that are all making the trip down south, guys. So if you're able to, guys, make your way down to Melbourne. It'll be a good game. Knights are in big trouble. So are Souths. Yeah,
they are.
Ziad, try of the week. Your one was Sua Failongo's try against the Rabbitohs, and I think you were there at that game, weren't you, buddy? So yeah, you
Definitely
went there with Aki. Mike. See, the 18th man gets a signed jersey as we suspected the other day. So yeah, well done, mate. But you can always win another one, mate. And you can do whatever you want with it. You can gift it.
Or you can, if you want a shirt, another shirt, you can have a shirt, and we'll do another draw for the.
We'll do another draw, and we can prize it off again
for the 26 jersey. But guys, I actually want to show a little preview video for our Tuesday night
guest
coming on at this stage. But if anything happens, it could happen. I forgot to actually check in today, but it's supposed to be coming on Tuesday, and we cannot wait to have him as a part of it. So we've got our little.
I gave you one job.
I know, but if you knew my day today, you would.
It's okay, mate. It's okay.
But anyway, I haven't uploaded it. Just keep going, guys.
That's all right. I'll keep going. Heinzie was just giving another shout out to Critter, who had a baby girl on Friday night. Big congratulations to him and his wife. Yeah, it was very exciting, guys. 2 nights in a row, the boys delivered a baby with Gordon and Critter. So well done. Old fella Dave, I'm still a pup. Yeah, thanks, mate. I don't feel my age, mate. So I'm still feeling vibrant as well. Few more years, and what do they say? Only as old as you feel. So it's all good.
That's it.
I think the Sharks are a smoky to get the minor premiership. Oh, yeah. Well, you never know, guys. Never know.
Panthers have a few losses,
but the Sharks are only one crappy game away from always people turning off them as well. They've got that in them. So,
ready for the video?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's watch it.
Let's go.
Let's go, people. Check it out.
Every now and then, rugby league delivers something truly unique. Once in a generation, there are fans who become bigger than the game itself. Icons who weave themselves right into the fabric of footy folklore. You think of the legendary Laurie Nichols, boxing on the sidelines. You think of Parramatta Jesus, popping up everywhere, instantly recognisable in the crowd. And for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, we have our own warrior. This Tuesday night, we sit down with the man behind Brave Dog to unpack his journey, his undeniable passion, and find out where it all began with our mighty club. He is the voice of the terrace, the heart of the family, the man with the blue and white armour painted right on his face, the one and only Brave Dog. Don't miss a massive episode of the All Things Bulldogs podcast. Live this Tuesday night.
Bulldogs! 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 Bulldogs!
There you go, guys. Brave dog.
Some of my best camera work there.
Was that your camera work?
I recorded those. Yeah,
Oh.
that was me.
That one was pretty old. That was from a while ago.
That was last year. That one.
Oh,
that one there was last year.
There you go.
What
$20. Who's that from? Thank you, Elaine. Happy birthday and again in advance, Gas. They say life begins at 50, not at 40 anymore.
That's it. There you go. There you go. That's why all the players are playing later.
A lot of kids are being born now at 40, as like a first kid.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. Then your life really begins.
The Bulldogs can do it. They are playing good. Now they've got to stay that way and keep pushing wins. Yeah, it's all about consistency now, guys, and keep building every game.
And big thank
there
you,
you
Elaine.
go. If Mike wins it, he's going to donate it back for us to redo another prize. There you go, guys.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Mr. Weber is Michael Nostradamus. There, let's hope so, mate. Let's hope he's right.
Let's hope.
Timmy's going to help put a spring in my step. Thanks, Timmy. 50 Swifty years. As long as it's not 50 shades of something, mate. It's all good.
50 shades of gas.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 30, mate. Come on, that's good. Or even 21. 23, guys. I feel 23. I just want to stay at 23. That's good. That's good enough. But yeah, it's coming up. August coming up soon. Coming up.
Where are we?
We're done with the chats, mate. What are you up to?
New South Wales Cup.
Let's have a look. New South Wales Cup. And then the mighty Jersey Flegg guys.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we love that? And we had the women's team.
Save the best for last.
Get out there and watch the women's highlights. It was great.
Women's game was good, guys. We watched that game yesterday before the first grade. They played really well. It's good to see.
Our spine is going well. So Ash Quinlan, the hooker's really good. You got that. What is it, Andy? And fullback. And Tournier, she was up against her sister again. We're going to lose a couple of players already, we found out. I think the prop is leaving us next year. All right, so let's have a look at New South Wales Cup. It was a disappointing loss, I will say. We fought back to get within 2 points and then actually had a chance to go in front. Young Malasetu, they sort of knocked the ball back. The ball was there. He just had to pick it up and put it over the line, and he actually knocked it on. And then after that, Rocco Berry busts through Cade Dykes at one point and sets up a length for the fielder, which was pretty disappointing. But Cade's still struggling with that defensive intensity, and having so much time out just takes time. And it was, from the opening whistle, the first set that the Warriors had, I think they kicked the ball from about 35 out from our line. So that's telling you something right there. And that's the thing and that was last week against Wests as well. They just looked we ended up nearly escaping, getting a tie. I think we lost 36-30 last week against Wests. Broden Cons, good try when he come on. Tay played pretty well, and Broden got the double. He actually he was probably our best forward. Wasn't just the fact he scored tries. He had some good footwork, plays hard. Angus Fay played well. But yeah, we ended up having more possession, completions, a little bit more. Run meters, they had 300 meters more. They did make a couple of long range tries. Post contact, they had us. Line breaks 8-4. Like, that's just
tackle
not good
breaks.
enough.
Tackle breaks.
43-22. Yeah, look,
wow.
we just did not muscle up in the middle to start the game. I felt AJ Jones having to play on an edge, which is good for his development, having those minutes. He had some really nice runs. Unfortunately, Zion had a really bad leg injury when he came on for his stint. I think it was his second stint. Off the back fence, didn't get up. Had to, they were going to stretcher him off, but he sort of hobbled off with assistance. That's not good. But Jack Underhill worked his ass off. Sewer tried his best. If we get it, I'll just quickly go through some stats of some of the players. Our back three really. Sasai tried hard. Cade Dyke 7 runs for 56. Joey Teaupo, I felt, did a really good job. And some of the depth on his kicks was really nice. Some really big long kicks. And tried his best. You know, he didn't have the platform on the day either. Jackie Underhill, 38 tackles. How many runs did he have? Only 8 for 53, you know. Turpin, he first came back. Zion, 3 for 26. Logan, 10 for 80. AJ was pretty good. Jack had a lot of runs, but wasn't making much ground. Setu actually played wing. Daniel O'Donnell come on. Finau Latu actually went pretty good. But Broden Cons, I believe, was our best player. But Finau, the time he was on the field, he had a heap of runs in that first half when he came on and looked pretty good. So he had a bee in his bonnet after the week before. He sort of got dropped back to Flegg. But, yeah, not many tackles. We were sort of going all right when he was on the field there, but it was just a frustrating game to watch. So there you go. But Broden Cons, 41 minutes off the bench, was definitely good for us. But, yeah, look, guys, when you have quite a few changes, as Gas alluded to before, when, you know, Sauce and Conti were doing really well and getting a great combination going, they were playing well and having some players, bit of excitement in the pack. But we've got a couple of players coming back, like Jake Turpin. If Gordon was there, like normally Jake's to me is that more seasoned, tough, advanced player. He's definitely probably ahead of Gordon, but Gordon, they really he put a lot of work in during that mid part of the season and actually earned himself a debut for the Dogs, because earlier on in the year probably wasn't looking likely, but definitely come through. But Jake just needed that run. He played 61 minutes and he could play a big part in the end of our season if we need him at some point. Obviously, Jack having to go back. He just tries to tackle everything that moves. And Logan's been playing well, asking questions, but I feel he might have copped a little head knock towards the end as well. So went off with it. So it'll be interesting to see if he's got any concussion symptoms or anything like that. And Jack Todd, after the injury he had, it's sort of a bit of a process for him to get back and running again. But you can imagine if you've got players like Sam Hughes and all that still in this side. Justin Matamua, he ended up playing in Ron Massey. They had a really nice win, a really big win actually against the Glebe Dirty Reds. And they also had a win in the Moorebank Rams. It's funnily enough, they were listed to have Jai Callahan and Paul Johnson, who are SG Ball regulars, really talented kids, playing for Moorebank this week. But they ended up actually playing Ron Massey and both playing well. And the Moorebank kids, they turned up, and Glebe's the second last team on the ladder. They're last, but they got them and they beat them. Really good win for the guys. Will do their confidence a lot. It's the second win in about 4 weeks that they've had. And it's helped them having a few of those SG Ball kids go back there. But the Massey, they're entrenched in the top 4. So well done to them. And obviously we talked about 56-10, beating the Warriors with a lot of good young players. Joseph Ratcliffe is actually a bit of a talent. But Sheldon Haywood, the try early, really nice pass. Ruben, Fing, Jaden Smith, who played really well the week before, Chase Patterson, who's come back from New South Wales Cup, Sitili Tupouniua, who's returning from injury, Raymond Peru returning from that sickening head knock from a couple of weeks ago, Kaywin Patterson, who was a Harold Matthews captain of the Warriors at hooker when they won, and CJ got the try late, which is a nice try backing up. He played really well when he came on. And Chase got a double right on the 80th minute, 6 conversions from Ruben. He only got 1 from 9 the week before, so that was much better. And, not much with the team stats or anything, but if you've got Bar TV, and we know a couple of people have because they won our little competition a couple of weeks ago and have access to it. So, you get to see this game and enjoy it. And it was enjoyable to watch. So lots of good stuff happening. We're a big chance in all of these. The New South Wales Cup team have sort of put their season in jeopardy as far as making finals. But all things equal, any of these sides would be sides that other teams will need to play well to beat them. And then we go 51-20 for the Ron Massey side, and they sit. They don't have much going on there. But Damon Humphreys, he's a great kicker. He's loving it there. But had Corey Ackers, the kid who come from the Dragons, was a teammate of Finalatu. Jack Ennis scored a nice try. Mick's son, Zane Alamadine, who we got from Para. And then you got Baxter Warner, who was voted the player of the match on Bar TV.
Sitting in 4th, Ron Massey, sitting in 4th.
Yeah, and quite well.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. This is a side that never won more than 3 games since we entered back into the competition. 9 wins, 2 draws. Their attack is pretty electric.
Best for and against in the league.
Well, it's close. Oh, well, yeah, as far as percentage goes, they definitely have
differential. Best differential.
Just ahead of St Mary's Saints, who are a side. I just wanted to give you a look at some of the players in the St Mary's Saints for those playing at home who are interested. See if they've still got. Well, they lost to Brothers on the weekend, who are having a bit of a resurgence. The Brothers. They got Zach Cini in their team. He was the long-haired guy. Where's the team list? There we go. Zach Cheney. So he's played a fair bit of first grade for Wests and for Para. Brad Kieran. So not too many there, but this side also usually has, like, it's got Critter's brother plays for it. He plays for St Mary's, and they have a whole bunch of others as well, but whole bunch of people. So I love watching Ron Massey. It's a good competition, a little bit slower, some hard hits, but then you get some talent that just is all fresh and has nothing to lose, and you see some pretty cool tries being scored as well. So nice comp to watch. And there you go. That's it, guys. That's it. So lots of happy stuff happening in our juniors. A couple of the arguments on Facebook a few weeks ago was saying how our juniors were going terribly and we hadn't won, we haven't won nothing for ages and blah. Like, seriously, guys. They're doing pretty freaking good if you ask me.
Thank you, Michael.
There you go.
Another from Michael to Michael. If we win the next 2 games, hopefully we'll get back the crowds like we had last year, 30,000 or more when we play the Bunnies. Yeah. I mean, that's also their home ground. So obviously there's usually reciprocal rights and all that sort of stuff. So if they can turn up and don't look, I know they're playing, it's our home game, but the Rabbitohs are the only team left in the NRL this year that haven't lost a home game. So that's what's been helping them get to where they are. It is a magic round this week, guys. for the women in NRLW, and that's
Is that at Wagga?
Wagga,
There you
Wagga.
go.
And we've been
Wagga.
dealt a nice blow playing the team coming first, the Broncos.
Well, we're going to beat the Broncos in Wagga.
That's it,
There you
guys.
go, girls.
It's our home game this week. But so for those of you who watch the Bulldogs and you're driving, on the way home, 11:35, you can still stop at Wagga on the way, guys, if you leave early, and watch the women before you come into Sydney. It still finishes at a good time, and then you can make your way back into Sydney. It's another sort of 5 hours from there, generally. You can stop at, we can get some before you go, or stop at Gundagai, whatever you want to do, or yes. That would be awesome. Timmy can't afford a trip to Melbourne, but we'll hopefully get to the next few games. And that's our last travel before the finals, Timmy, so that's all good. Mike's telling you to shukhonam. That's it. Aki's falling asleep. He's going to bed, but then he realized he's got school tomorrow. So what, you got to stay up now or what? Get to bed, son. Yalla. Good night, Aki. Have a great week. Can only afford to lose against Penrith and Roosters. Hopefully we lose none, but and also hope Penrith rest players that week as well. Could be a different game, but even if they don't, I'm hoping we beat them anyway. So
that's it.
We need to, you know what? We need to get that bloody Combank monkey off our back, because that hasn't been a good hunting ground for us. So we need to get some a good result out there, irrespective.
11 tickets for Timmy. He put 50 in the account. Unbelievable. No wonder you can't afford to go to Melbourne, Timmy.
That's it, Timmy.
Thank you so much, mate. Unbelievable.
Aki wishes he can take the whole week off. When's the holidays now? Yeah, it's all right, mate. Hey, look, at least you got to see the doggies win yesterday. We went out and saw Tim Zoo win today. That was a good
winners
day.
Are grinners.
That's it, mate. You even went to see the Rabbitohs the other night. So you've been to 3 events this week, mate. You've had a good weekend. So back to school tomorrow. Focus on your stuff. And don't worry, Friday night will come around fast. But
guys, we're peaking at the right time.
That's it. We said that earlier in the year. We said whatever happens this year, we're going to hope that we build into the year and finish strong and come into the finals with good form. So that's the hope. Mike, I'll be at every game other than Melbourne. It's going to be a fantastic end to the year. Yes, mate. Though we'll have you on our shoulders in Melbourne as well, mate. Though all of you that can't make it, you'll be with us in Melbourne as well. Plenty of us to support you.
I'm going to share one more thing, guys, and then we're going to get going.
That's it. Almost been to every single home game for the Dogs. Yep, awesome, mate.
So those who are interested, let us know. But this is some of the concepts we're coming up with. Not all of these are live, but can you see them up there, guys?
You click on some of them to expand as well if you want to show. Boom, shakalaka.
So that's a tribute to Stephen Crichton, our number 6.
We're going to do 2 versions, a 6 and a 4.
The SC6. That is going to change, though. I'm not happy with it 100%. And look, it's a work in progress with some of them. Some of them will change. We've got the Maxi King. Different colors there. Some of them will be print heavy, so there'll be a front and a back. Can you see them? So you got the Dogfather cartel. Got some nice little badges on the side. So give us your feedback, guys, if you're there watching. Obviously, there's the Stephen Folkes one we show, and I've even got a hoodie here that we've created in honor of Prestamania in 2 colors.
Hey, that look good.
Yeah, it's I love the bulldog in the background, man. I really love that. That's it.
I'd be wearing that now. I'm bloody shivering here.
So you've got, I love those Bulldogs look good there. Look, I'm probably not even allowed to use these guys, and if you want to make a complaint, go for it. But I'm just trying to give people stuff that they want, because I want this stuff, so I want to wear stuff like that.
It's
But,
funny you
you know,
say. Sorry, it's funny you say about players not doing their own stuff. There is a player in the NRL that does his own merchandise. Trell
Trell.
Knit. Yep.
Yeah, I think but it doesn't have pictures of him on it and stuff, does it?
No,
So
it's his own
it's
brand. It's Winmara brand. Yeah.
yeah, but that's right. So they're allowed to start their
It's
own,
his
and
business. It's his
that
business. Yeah.
yeah, and I think
Fox used to do it. Josh
and
used to
I
do
think
his stuff. Let's trot.
let's try. That's right, but it's
Yeah.
not them. They
Mm,
can't promote their own themselves as their own brand, and I
that's all
think
right.
that's got to do with the salary cap. I think that's what it's all about. But I really like that. You got Presto in an Indigenous jersey, and that one where he's sticking that was the Penrith win, wasn't it? Where he stuck the tongue out. Was it?
Was it Indigenous or All Stars won that one? Not
No,
sure.
that's when he was playing. That's an Indigenous shirt he was
Okay,
wearing.
yep. Oh, the Indigenous one. Yeah, sorry. Yep.
And then you got the one on the other side where his tongue out. Was that in the Penrith win?
Could have been.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we got the back. I reckon it looks cool. I love the cartel there. You got all the different Bulldog stuff on, and yeah, and the black one looks pretty cool as well. That's it folded up. So lots of stuff there, guys, to look at. But this is the one that James got. I want to show you this one. This was the gas inspired one. Oh, there's a girl wearing it. There you go. There's
No worries,
Haslam.
James. No worries, James. Got your back, mate.
So he's got the badge he wore when he won the grand final. Club record points, games, tries, goals, some stats and stuff. Oh, and I'll show you one more. This one costs a bit more, but it's got a better print on it apparently. Where is it? The Clive Churchill one. Come on. Here it is. So that's our Clive Churchill medalists. We've got Paul Dunn, Jim Dimmick, and Willie Mason. I haven't finished that one yet. I'm going to put on there all their stats from the games. So just some ideas there to come up with, guys. If you're interested, let us know, and we will try to help you out and set you up. So when's your birthday, Gas? Might have to send you one for your birthday. I might not though.
No. I'll just my best birthday gift is Bulldogs winning, mate. That's all that matters to me.
That's all that matters. That's right.
That's all that matters to me. Because for me, being 50, my late brother would have been turning 45 on the same day. So it's more for my brother that passed away as well.
Oh, beautiful, mate.
So,
I never know what to say, but mate, I love my brother. What I will say is with T-shirts, though, there is a competition run by that Bulldogs fan. He's got a whole bunch of nice shirts. I think he's going to do a Montoya's one. I'll probably do one eventually as well. But he said that on his stream the other night. So watch him. He's he knows his stuff about the footy. He's very into it. Loves the footy as well. So he talks about the Bulldogs a lot. So get out there and watch him. And he's doing it. So if you buy one of the shirts that he's selling, you get tickets to win a corporate to go into a corporate suite that he's paying for.
The Broncos game.
The Broncos game.
So he's paid for a whole suite, guys, with the whole 4-hour drink, beverage, and food, the whole lot. Yeah,
costs a fortune. Yeah, he's paid for that himself, and
he's paying it off now. Yeah,
you go buy a shirt if you like the shirts there. Look, if you don't like the shirts, maybe give him some feedback on what you would like, and he'll probably come up with it and design it. And
well, he does ask that, guys. If he does ask you if you've got something that you want, he's happy to look at it as well. So
so
support the good people, support the good guys.
And I'll probably do more promotion of mine once that sort of does its thing, you know. And we've got some shirts coming in the mail from them as well. So hopefully it fits me. I went for the size down on a 4XL. So hopefully that'll fit me, and I'll wear it on the podcast and advertise that as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, finish off these chats, and that's pretty much everything for tonight, people.
Yeah. Mike's only missed the interstate games. Yeah. It's been a good year to
Not good
watch
enough,
games.
Mike. Not good enough, brother.
Timmy's got a long list of missed games here, but that's all good, Timmy. We know how much you love it, mate, and you're there. Timmy, if you went to the Tigers, we would have won. Loves the designs. Keep developing those awesome prints. And yes,
Thanks,
Mike,
Timmy.
that game was stolen from us, mate. 100% agree. If Curran at least took the tackle, the game over. Yeah, mate, 100%. So
that's the thing, eh?
Yeah.
You take the tackle.
I know.
Score off the next play. I've been shot, me hammy.
Should have won that game. Morally, I believe we won that game. Yeah. Look, that game, that one little game there could have turned it, like it could have just, everything else would have been different now for us. Anyway, I'm going to say that Clive Churchill wasn't there when I got mine. I like that as well. Yes. Another great chat. Go the Dogs. Thanks, old fella Dave.
Thank you, Dave. And Dave's also a big part of our chat groups as well, and shared some nice stuff. All right, people. So we'll watch the latest video Dave's done. I think it's the best one so far. And we'll celebrate Montoya, and we'll celebrate the doggies having a party as well. Thank you, everyone. Tuesday will be unless you put super thankses on these later on or whatever, to get some tickets in the draw to win that signed jersey. But Tuesday will be your last opportunity. And I think we've got about 30 entrants, or maybe actually it's about 20 people, but they've got a lot of tickets. So thank you for the support, everyone. A lot of you have spent a lot more than the jersey would even cost, which is amazing.
Good support.
So
and Mike said next year he's going to be at Magic Round to visit you as well, mate.
Love it, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Cannot wait to have a nice drink with you, mate. Have a couple, just a couple. Let's do it. Yeah, you come too, Timmy. We'll all catch up.
That's it.
Cannot wait. Have a good one, James, and thank you to you for your support, ongoing support, mate. Much appreciated.
It, guys. That's it.
All right, people. It's been great. The final word is stick by this team, trust the process. And when we get our best team on the pack, we're a fucking hard team to beat. Go the Dogs.
It's a Raldo rule.
Welcome to the show. All things Bulldogs. Here we go, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Blue and white pride. Bulldogs for life. Dogfather here. Gas by my side. All things Bulldogs. Here we go, here we go. Hey. Here we go. Hey.